The 8-year assault on your Second Amendment freedoms has come to a crashing end. I like taking the guns early. Take the guns first, go through due process second.
Well, I say go fuck yourself. Then ask a question, could I kill a man? I would enjoy myself. You can't disguise evil eyes that burn up in my head. This devil man and his master plan. We feel so misled, so I say, rise up, take it all back. Rise up, take it all back. Rise up. Hope you all understand. We got to take it all back again.
These people are not going to take it any longer. We will never give up. We will never concede. Our country has had enough. We will not take it anymore. But you have to go home now. We have to have peace. So go home. We love you. You're very special. But go home and go home in peace. The demonstrators who infiltrated the Capitol have defiled the seat of American democracy. You do not represent our country. And to those who broke the law, you will pay.
All right, let's bring in Greg Jarrett, Fox News legal analyst, to see.
Sorry about that. Oh, crap. My timing's a little bit off. I need to restart my computer. Shit. All right, welcome to the evening catch-up with your host, Poison Stinger. Formerly known as Poison Stinger. Oh, shit, I forgot to change the name up top on the next screen. It still says Joy of Jingoism and not the GDTC. All right, so we got a message from Mule Team. He's not going to be able to be here for the after chat. To be honest, I don't know. It depends on the room, how long the after chat will be for. But I'm looking forward to at least saying hello to people for a while. Tactical Nugs is in here. Gerald's in here. Right on, right on. Okay. Well, today I went and overpaid for ammunition again. And I also went to the dispensary and overpaid there too. I tell you what, for what is it? Like an eighth of an ounce, like almost $50. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? An eighth? Come on, bro. My pic is of me and my Mossberg 535. How old? How old of a photo is that? That looks like it was in the 90s, dude. I'm guessing 94. That sounds about right. All right, if you weren't aware, Irish did have a morning muster this morning for me, afternoon for him, but he did have one. I did have to go out today. I ran out of my 100 rolling papers. LOL. How long does a rolling paper last? You smoke it like, I don't know. I've never really liked smoking it like a joint or a doobie or anything like that. I'd rather do it through a water pipe that filters some of the tar out. Anyway, this is not a high chat. Most of the stories tonight are about Rittenhouse. Can't even talk. The trial is over. The jury wasn't there today. They did have court today, apparently, just to go over all the lesser charges. As I said in yesterday's video over on the Joy of Jingoisms channel, and Riddle, you want to put a link for the Joy of Jingoism in the chat? But on that one, I said that the new evidence of Rittenhouse supposedly from a distance pointing his firearm at the Zeminskis, and that he was actually going not chasing, but he was going in the same direction as Rosenbaum for whatever reason, I don't know. And that he was the aggressor because he was the one going after Rosenbaum, and then he pointed his gun at the Zawinskis, and Rosenbaum saw that and decided he had enough and chased him down. Now, as I said on yesterday, if Kyle pointed his rifle at somebody who wasn't posing a threat to him, then I would have a problem with that as a juror. Would I convict him on first degree? Oh, hell no. That's not first degree, but it's definitely reckless homicide. You know what I mean? A lot of people say that that's not possible. Well, it's not that it's not possible, but if it was him pointing the rifle at the Zawinskis, he was doing it left-handed, and I was like, well, he was on a single-point sling. It's not hard. A single-point sling just makes it dangle from a rope. It's a rifle on a rope. I don't know. The video that I saw, it kind of looks like it. I ain't gonna lie. It really does. Now, it was far away, but it's in 4K. And you can see you can identify his rifle before he raises it up. I think, maybe. Anyway, I said I'd have a problem with it. We're going to go a little into that right now. Thank you, Riddle, for the... First of all, I agree. The FBI does need to explain the use of surveillance aircraft in Kenosha or anywhere else for that matter. Isn't any sense of privacy you had should be considered null and void. In a letter to FBI Director Christopher Wray, Senator Ron Johnson of Wisconsin asked the Director for information regarding the Federal Bureau of Investigation's reported use of surveillance aircraft during protests and unrest and its preservation procedures of footage from those aircraft. The FBI must explain and how it preserves the captured footage, including in Kenosha. Johnson pointed out that the FBI operated surveillance aircraft in Ferguson, Missouri in 2014, Baltimore, Maryland in 2015, and Kenosha, Wisconsin in 2020. And he asked for more information regarding, 1, how the FBI decides when and where to use it, who in the FBI monitors the footage, and whether and with whom the footage is shared, whether the FBI acts on the footage of criminal behavior, and how the footage is preserved. That's crazy, man. Pretty soon they're going to be accused, at least, of running surveillance through satellites. What's up, ungrateful peasant? How you doing? Welcome to the Joy of Jingo Wisdom Green Dragon Tavern chat. I forgot to change the title up there, so it still says my channel. Okay. It stands to reason that Johnson is responding to certain allegations regarding the FBI's apparent willingness to limit access to such footage in legal cases. Yeah. The FBI testified in private, you gotta love that there is a second version of the surveillance tape in high definition that it did not provide the defense per courtroom member. So they do have the FBI footage, but it's grainy, it's gray, all that. But apparently they had a high definition version. The defense had requested a copy. The FBI responded the HD tape no longer exists. Doing all right, Stan? Right on, right on. Kira Monatu wrote that the FBI allegedly testified in private that they were in possession of another video version in high definition that they did not supply the members of the defense. Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel reported that the FBI technician Brandon Kramen, let's go Brandon, testified that he was in an airplane 8,500 feet above downtown Kenosha. That's like some, forget the name of that airplane that flew like super, super high. One went down in like Russia back in the late 80s, I believe it was. The U-plane or some shit like that. The Sentinel also reported that the defense attorney, Mark Richards, complained in court that the FBI had rebuffed the defense attempts to access the rest of the video, at one point telling them it no longer exists. According to New York Post, jurors in the Kyle Rittenhouse trial were finally shown a new FBI drone footage of the close-range shooting after prosecutors who had previously obtained a low resolution of the copy footage. They received the enhanced version last week. Holy crap. The footage today was digitally reconstruction from aerial footages. I don't know about that, but if you have a plane that's flying 8,500, well, actually, I must have thought that was 30,000 feet, right? 30,000 feet, the normal for a jetliner? Yeah, I think I got that wrong. Okay, the Sentinel also reported that defense... I already read all this. Why am I reading it again? How close have you been following the case, ungrateful peasant? I probably missed the first, I want to say 4 or 5 days of the trial. I didn't even know it was being televised at first. I do agree with a few things with that whole he pointed the gun at somebody first. I don't know. It looks like that from the video. However, you're right. We don't know where exactly he would be pointing it. His attorney says that if he were to do that, it was in the position that he would have to do it left-handed. I am of the opinion on a single point sling, it's pretty easy to do it with whatever hand you got. Every day, right on. And for me, excuse me, if Kyle pointed a gun at somebody and wrote, just if Rittenhouse pointed his gun at somebody and Rosenbaum saw that and was already how he was, then it might not be first-degree murder, but it could be aggravated homicide. Because you're not allowed to brandish a weapon at somebody and then claim self-defense when they come and try to stop you from doing that to people. So Rosenbaum could be seen as a person who saw this kid pointing a gun at people and decided that that was enough, and this kid could be dangerous because he's going around pointing guns at people. And maybe he had heard of the first time that Kyle reportedly said, yes, I guess I did. Sarcastic or not, you know how that side is. It's the same as our side. We're not going to get their sarcasm. They're not going to get our sarcasm. You hear somebody say, yeah, I did. Sarcasm or not, they're going to count that. And then Rosenbaum sees potentially maybe Rittenhouse pointing a firearm at somebody. That's a valid argument. That's my biggest problem with this case. I had never seen that up until it went to trial. And I'll tell you, yeah, I would have a lot of thinking to do if I was on the jury. Just saying. Oh, this one, this was on our Discord server under the story suggestions. This is Grosskowitz, the bicep guy. He did an interview on ABC on Thursday. What he's going to remember most about the trial. He thinks the most important thing to remember is that Kyle Rittenhouse was an active shooter. He murdered 2 men and he attempted to murder me. In his own testimony earlier this week, he told the jury that he pointed a gun at Rittenhouse before he was shot. However, he said he didn't draw his firearm with an expressed intent of using it. Well, we do have footage of him pulling his gun as he's going to Rittenhouse's area. So, I mean, whatever. I think anytime you see your would-be murderer on the stand, it's emotional, he said, when asked on Good Morning America about Rittenhouse's testimony. That was the kid who tried to murder me. And he truly believes it. I guarantee he truly believes, because you know why? We are all the hero in our own life. Think about it. Not a damn one of us is a bad guy. In Nancy Pelosi's world, she's the good guy. In Joe Biden's world, he's the good guy. He's trying to save America. Right? Nobody thinks they're the villain. The only way we know that they're a villain is because we've decided that that's what they are because they don't agree with us on this thing. And we're their villain because we don't agree with them on that thing. But to suggest that they don't want something better. We all want something better. Right? Our side wants more freedom. Especially the people that watch this channel and my channel. People here want freedom above all else. Leave me alone. And I'll be happy. People over there want free healthcare, free money, free all this, right? There's that division. Whether it be socialism, Marxism, communism, any isms. That's the problem with freedom of speech. You know, that's what got us into this. That was the apple on the tree of the forbidden fruit, if you will, of the United States of America. Freedom of speech. And I love it. And I absolutely think it's essential. But with freedom of speech comes freedom of ideas. And some ideas that don't agree with freedom of speech. So, that judge is doing a good job chewing up the DA in that case. I was watching a CNN clip before I started the stream today. Don Lemon. It was a 6-minute clip. I made it through it, brother. I swear to God, that was hard to do, though. And they referenced the fact that the judge spout his Christian beliefs because he had brought up a passage in the Bible. That's fucked up. Because the country was founded on Judeo-Christian laws. the same laws that these people that are commentating on the news enjoy. Without those laws, then you have laws that are created by man, and man's laws are always tyrannical. He makes me laugh. I can't wait to hear scold the prosecutor again. He did today. He did today. He probably will on Monday. I think closing arguments are on Monday. I might stream it depending on how I feel after this weekend. Yeah, so check out the channel for that if you want. If I do it, that's not a guarantee at all. But if you're subscribed and ring the bell and are watching it anyway, and you see a notification come up, come on over and watch it with me. I'm back. My signal dropped for some reason. Oh man, I was talking to you for like 10 minutes, bro. I'm not sure what the jury selection was like, but I'm willing to bet they already yeah, I would imagine too, Nugs. Well, I've been talking about this case to a couple friends that aren't in the know in the news, right? I'd like to call them the people that don't watch news. They've kind of been influenced by radio, TV, and music. Well, radio, TV, and movies, right? So that's how they're influenced. So obviously they believe that, Black Lives Matter and LGBT and all that stuff, and you should be able to be happy with who you are. And I'm in total agreement with that. If you want to pound somebody else's asshole, that's fine with me. I just don't want to see it. I don't want you teaching my kids about it either. But I have no problem with it. If you want to go into a restroom as a transgendered, well, you better look like the gender you're trying to portray yourself as. Shave the beard, Grandma. I don't know, man. That's all we want. The pursuit of happiness. That's the other thing. So we're divided by politics. And then the people that have the opposite view of politics, wearing dresses with a beard and a man bun. And we don't like to see that. And they don't like to see us, with our normal sexual relationship. Crazy. See, I try to look at both sides of things. I really do. Even though I've been accused that I don't and I'm closed-minded. The prosecution already Yes. That was a big one. Already violated the civil rights. As soon as he did that, I knew that Rittenhouse is, if he does get found guilty, he's gonna have an appeal. Real fucking quick. It should already been ruled a mistrial. Yeah, it should have been, but the judge didn't want to do that because of the political nature of the case, I guess. I'm thinking that's what it has to be. Because the judge said he should. And he didn't. I don't know. By the way, Rudolph, I gotta get a new gun, man. This thing is done. All right. Let's move on. Did a witness lie in court during Rittenhouse's trial? Gage Gross-Kurwitz, was shot by, by Rittenhouse, tried to backtrack the sworn testimony he gave in court this week during a media blitz on Friday. He admitted in court that Rittenhouse did not shoot him until he pointed his own gun at the teenager. He said that it was only after he lunged forward, bringing the barrel of his own gun down towards Rittenhouse's head, that Rittenhouse fired a shot and hit him. That was powerful testimony. I enjoyed that part a lot. The defense tore them up. What are your thoughts on Rittenhouse taking the stand? Personally, everybody was saying that he shouldn't, and of course I was saying, oh, I'd like to see it, but he probably shouldn't. At least last week, that's what I was saying. And when he took the stand, I was worried, and when his side questioned him, I felt better. I was like, okay, all right, I see they're confident, they got this in the bag, and Rittenhouse wants to tell his side. And then the prosecutor violating his civil rights by saying, well, why did you decide finally to come forward and tell your side of the story? Because I have an amendment to stay silent, bitch. New gun, Matt? New gun. No, I haven't got a new gun in a minute. Although we did get Riddle a new gun bag for her pistol, which is really cool. All right. With your arms up in the air, he never fired. Correct. It wasn't until you pointed your gun at him, advanced on him with your gun pointed at him, that he fired. Correct. Love it. Let's watch it.
Your arms up in the air.
Hold on, where's the
He
volume?
never fired, right?
Correct.
It wasn't until you pointed
Hold on, that's...
with your arms up in the air, he never fired, right?
Correct.
It wasn't until you pointed your gun at him, advanced on him, with your gun, now your hands down, pointed at him, that he fired, right?
Correct.
Correct. No further questions. Get a little the deer on the headlights. I think he just put it together right there. He just put it together. All right. But during the interview with Good Morning America, he tried to claim that he was shot by Rittenhouse while his hands were in the air. I do believe that in that photo, given the right narrative, one could suggest that yes, I was pointing my weapon at the defendant. But when you play it as a movie or look at different stills, my arm was being vaporized as I was allegedly pointing my weapon at the defendant. It's completely inconsistent with the physiology of my wound. Oh my God. Dude was coming in like this. Right? He wasn't even pointing it straight at him. Man, this delay sucks. Sorry about all that. Like normally you would point your gun straight at somebody. Right? But for some reason, maybe he was hoping that he could use his left arm to push the rifle away. He comes in like this and tries to get him on the reach around. Who knows? Host Michael Strahan clarified, you were pointing your gun at him. Is that what you're saying? That's absolutely what I'm saying, he replied. He repeated the claim in a later interview on CNN. Goes on CNN and claims his arms were raised when he was shot by Rittenhouse, contradicting his sworn testimony.
Gage, first of all, what are your thoughts on the trial up to
5
this point in
minutes?
particular?
No, I'm good. All right. He shouldn't have. His attorneys are fucking morons for allowing that. Those tears that he cried, I agree with the other side of the aisle, and I do think those were crocodile tears. They look overdone, right? He kind of went on a little long and shook a lot, like he had cerebral, some sort of cerebral palsy or something. MS. Rittenhouse's mother slams Biden for smearing her son as a white supremacist. Yeah, this has been hard on her. I've been peeping on her every once in a while in the audience. I'm like, oh, that's gotta suck. Let's see. Blasted Joe Biden for smearing her son as a white supremacist last year. When I saw that, I was shocked. I was angry. President Biden don't know my son whatsoever. He's not a white supremacist. He's not a racist. And Biden did that for votes. And I was so angry for a while at him and what he did to my son. He defamed him. Yeah. How old is this fucking story? Wendy Rittenhouse argued it's obvious from the footage of her son's confrontation with the men that they would have killed him if they had not shot them first. I see this man trying to kick my son in the face, she said. When I was looking at the video, that guy pointed a gun at my son's head. I thought he was going to die. Rittenhouse has a lot of healing to do, his mother added. Still saying he has nightmares about the shooting. Yeah, he supposedly got PTSD. I'd imagine, man. What a situation to be put into at 17 years of age. And that's me still thinking he might still be guilty of something, at least aggravated manslaughter. Rittenhouse's defense team filed for a mistrial earlier the week after the prosecution attempted to use his Fifth Amendment rights against him. At least one charge against Rittenhouse has been dropped. Yeah, it was the misdemeanor for violating the curfew, because everybody there was violating the curfew. The judge dropped the charge after the prosecution failed to provide evidence that the curfew had even been in place. Well, nobody was. If nobody abides by the rule, is it really a rule? What's up, Pre-Don? How you doing? Glad you enjoyed the sweet pickled cauliflower. Hopefully Caitlin liked it too. Does Caitlin like the spicy stuff too, or is she not as much of a fan of that as you are? Anyway, we went to the gun store today because I like to pick up a box or two of ammo every week. And so that's what we did. And we got her a gun bag for her pistol. And then they gave us these cool stickers. So this is the gun store that I go to a lot because they got a lot of cool stuff. And they always got good prices on ammo. And there is no limits on it. So I bought 223. I mean, it's not great prices, but I got 223 for $11 a box. And I got some more 300 black subsonic hollow points, I think, that are using the Lehigh Defense bullets. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, we actually got 2 of these. He gave us 2 of them. I forget, but I had a conversation with somebody, and I think it might have been Pre-Dawn. I don't know. Somebody was saying how they wanted to, if they ever went to Arizona, they wanted to go to Tombstone and do like the Old West stuff. But it could have been somebody else for all I know. He likes the spicy too? Right on. Yeah, Phoenix. Also in Chino Valley, just north of Prescott. That was the first one I ever found. I didn't know about the one in the valley until we moved back here. When I'd found the other one, we were living in Ashfork, which is even further north than Prescott. It's actually next to the I-40, a little bit west of Williams and east of Kingman. Little right on the Route 66, Ashfork. Atta girl. Sweet. We'll have to do some more spicy stuff. I've been really enjoying it, man. That's a really, especially in the sweet pickled cauliflower, that ghost pepper heat with that sugar. Well, I've noticed that the vinegar cuts, and the cooking, I'm sure the cooking cuts it down a little bit. Cuts the heat down a little bit. Like if you were to eat, there's at least 1 full pepper in each one of those jars, most likely, right? And in your case, it was 2. No, it was 1. Yeah, 1 full pepper in that. And if you were to do that, just eat that pepper, even with that amount of food, it would have been a lot hotter. But cooking it down in the vinegar, I believe, cooled it off a little bit. But yeah, it turned out perfect. I loved it. I usually go Sprague's in Yuma. Oh, you live in Arizona? Sweet. Awesome, man. I don't know if they have any down there. I think they only have the one in Phoenix and Chino, but I'm not exactly sure. Yeah, but they got good prices on ammo. Their selection's kind of limited in the Phoenix area, but they're going to be moving into a bigger building right next door, so that'll be cool. FBI leaks details of Project Veritas's raid to the New York Times. In a desperate attempt to attack Project Veritas, the FBI has leaked information of its raid to the New York Times. Suspiciously, Project Veritas is now engaged in a lawsuit with the NYT. According to Human Events, co-publisher Will Chamberlain, by providing this information to the NYT, the FBI is guilty of a breach of attorney-client privilege. Chamberlain tweeted that the FBI raided Project Veritas on a pretext and is now leaking their privileged communications to the New York Times. This is a scandal. I think the government is tired of Project Veritas, pretty much. Oh, my chat's not even working. I didn't notice that until right now. Shit. I'll try to fix that after this. No idea what Adam Goldman, NYT, was thinking here, he added. He should be subpoenaed tomorrow and forced to reveal his criminal source. He then pointed out that pending litigation between Veritas and the NYT complicates the matter. I don't even think about the fact that PV is currently in litigation with New York Times. It makes all the more appalling that the NYT would publish Veritas' privileged communications. Yeah. Damn. Pointed out that pending litigation between Veritas and the NYT complicates the matter. I didn't even think about the fact that PV is currently in litigation with New York Times. Makes it all the more appalling that the NYT would be publishing Veritas's privileged communications. The Times attacked Veritas in order to defend the journalistic standards and federal laws that it holds so dear. According to the report, Veritas had long occupied a gray area between investigative journalism and political spying, and the internal documents obtained by the New York Times revealed the extent to which the group had worked with its lawyer to gauge how far its deceptive reporting practices can go before running afoul in federal law. They then condemned Project Veritas for breaking with the journalistic norms practiced by the so-called objective mainstream media. You gotta love the so-called. The documents, a series of memos written by a group's lawyer, details ways for Veritas sting operations, which typically diverge from standard journalistic practices by employed people who mask their real identities or create fake ones to infiltrate target organizations, to avoid breaking federal statutes such as the law against lying to government officials. Interesting. I didn't know that. There's a lot of loopholes you gotta jump through, apparently. Shit. You have property near Flag? Oh, dude, you're a snowbird in Arizona? Fuck yeah, that was my dream. So Arizona gets a lot of snowbirds, especially in Apache Junction area. I don't know about down in Yuma. That's definitely down south. But here in the Phoenix metro area, there's a town called Apache Junction on the outskirts of it, on the east side of Phoenix. I don't know why I say Texas. East side of Phoenix. Anyway, so we'd get a lot of snowbirds coming from Wisconsin, Minnesota, stuff like that during the winters. Anyway, they would leave the snow areas and come live down here where it's nicer. It's like 80 degrees in the winter, right? It's pleasant. And then go back up there. But what I always wanted to do is just live in northern Arizona, because if you live in Flagstaff, it snows up there. They've got ski resorts up there. And during the summer, it's, 90 degrees at most. It's always about 20 degrees cooler in Flagstaff than it is in Phoenix. Yeah, they purchased the old Super Salad building. Yeah. We're not snowbirds? Oh, man. Sorry to hear that. I would do it. Oh, so it's like a little vacation, like you want to have a long weekend getaway? I guess my comment was removed. What do you think the Kenosha kid will be charged with and why? Just curious. I don't know, dude. I've been going back and forth with that. Until the last day of the trial in front of the jury, I thought he was going to get acquitted of everything. Well, either he was going to get acquitted, or obviously there's going to be jurors who are biased. So I was thinking most likely, if not acquitted, hung jury, right? But now that footage of him supposedly pointing the firearm at somebody before Rosenbaum chased him, that complicates matters, because that would make him the aggressor. And if that's the case, I would say aggravated, or like, is it aggravated homicide or aggravated manslaughter? I don't know. It's the lesser charge. We drive a lot and sometimes spend time in Yuma. And we drive a lot and spend some time in Yuma. Oh, so you live in Flagstaff most of the time? Oh, is Yuma... Maybe I got that backwards. Yuma, your actual vacation home? I don't need to know. I really don't, but it's interesting. Arizona School Board officially alleged keep dossier of parents who oppose critical race theory. And, a lot of people are like, oh, Arizona, I want to go to Arizona. It's so, freedom loving. School system is the school system. It's a federal system, and you can expect federal type of workers. Michael Greenberg, president of Arizona's Scottsdale Unified Public School District, Scottsdale, which is the rich side of the Phoenix metro area, was alleged to possess a dossier containing the names of parents who oppose critical race theory. The dossier included information concerning 47 parents, and as well as photos of their children. Amanda Ray, mother of several young girls in the district, was particularly upset by the discovery. When I first saw the contents of the Google Drive and I saw my 8 and 10-year-old photos, that was terrifying. And what's he doing? Remember, it's Scottsdale. But he has pictures of my vacation home, property records, and I'm not a political opponent. I'm an involved parent, and that is threatening to me, and it makes me wonder why. And what is he like planning to do with all these like photos? I think we identified 47 people that were background checked, divorce decrees, social security numbers, property records, mortgages. Wow. Greenberg was exposed by an investigative journalist, Christopher Rufo, who tweeted out the information and called for Greenberg's resignation. Scottsdale Unified School Board President Jan Michael Greenberg has been caught assembling a dossier with confidential information on parents who oppose critical race theory, including photographs of their children. Scottsdale Unified School Board President Jan Greenberg has been caught assembling... Oh, I already read that part. After many parents expressed their frustration with the school, bureaucrat Greenberg categorically denied having knowledge of the dossier. If you're going to claim in the story right now that I had anything to do with this, I would argue that that crosses the line, he said. We're going to have a forensic IT staff look at this and figure out what that is, he added. We're going to have an internal investigation, is what he's saying. You can file with law enforcement. I'm not sure even why we are looking at these photos. Nonetheless, many parents remained upset or unpersuaded. We cannot allow anyone in leadership positions to secretly compile personal documents and information on moms and dads who have dared speak out publicly on social media about their grievances with the district, said Amy Carney, mother of 6 students. All right, it's almost done. We request President Greenberg's resignation, effective immediately, for this and other recent embarrassments. Ooh, wonder what those are. Once the allegations are confirmed, Greensboro could face legal charges. These allegations are deeply troubling, especially as concerns of the photography of a minor child without parental consent and the taking down of a license plate number of parents who Greenberg supposedly perceived as political opponents, said Alexander Kolodin, a lawyer working for that group. According to Kolodin, Greenberg could potentially be liable for violations of Arizona's Parents' Bills of Rights, which recognizes a parent's fundamental right to consent before the government makes a video or voice recording of the minor child. School district issued a statement of denial following the revelations in hopes of curbing parent anger directed at Greenberg. Well, if more evidence comes out, that's not going to quell. You better have evidence that it never happened. Because as the school board, it would be better to get in front of that. Now you're saying that nothing happened, and if it comes out that something did happen, holy shit. All right. Let's see. Let me look at my chat group. Where's my chat? There we go. All right, that should have fixed it. Hey, Tactical Tony, you got a link. Yeah, I will here in a second. 1 second, Tony. It was really good trying to get me a deer this weekend. Fuck yeah, dude. Let me just touch on this last one. Racist Joe trends after Biden uses the N-word to describe the MLB pitcher. President Biden on Thursday called Satchel Paige the 7th black player in the Major League Baseball, the great Negro at the time, pitcher in the Negro Leagues, which has caused the racist Joe Biden to trend on Twitter. Biden made that comment about Satchel Paige during a Veterans Day ceremony at Arlington National Ceremony. Thank you for your... Yeah. And I thought that was hilarious. All right, guys, give me a second here, and we will set up the after chat. See, invite link, copy clipboard. Ah, crap, I hit the wrong button. All right, there it is. That's the link to get into the after chat. It's going to take me a moment to get this all going, though, so just hang out in there for a second. And there we go. Ta-da! I think I did it. There you go, Tony. Anybody? We can talk about whatever you want. I don't give a shit. Doesn't have to be anything in particular. You want to talk about weed? You want to talk about canning? You want to talk about reloading? You want to talk about what? I mean, we can talk about Rittenhouse if you want, but... You need a sec? You love you? I love you too, Pre-Dawn. Maybe next time you go down to Texas, you let me know. Or did you and Cuz want to have alone time? Now I can start shooting some deer. Wife said she's going to clean out the freezer. Nice. And you have a pressure canner or two, I'm sure. Man, I want to get me a pressure canner that can hold at least 14 quarts. Right now we have a pressure canner, and it was up there, but it was a while ago. It will do 14 pints or 7 quarts. So I have been thinking maybe I sell that one and get one that can at least do 14 quarts, because it's a lot of work to pressure can, and only getting 7 quarts out of it, it's like, it sucks. In September again? Right on. You'll be in there in a few minutes? No problem. You're coming? Sweet. We'll have a fun little talk. I don't know what we're going to talk about. I need a new gun mat. I also want to get my little medallions put in the handles. I love this pistol. It's my favorite pistol. Well, no, actually, it's not my favorite pistol. I guess any pistol that's in my hand that I like a lot is my favorite pistol. Technically, my favorite gun that I own, other than Kansas Hillbilly Prepper's rifle, which I think that is my favorite rifle. I don't consider myself owning that, though. I think Kansas still owns it, even though he's no longer with us. But as far as the ones that I consider me owning, I'd say my Star Model B. 55, 56, was given to a German officer in their version of the FBI, so it was a service weapon. It was brought into the United States before they had to put import stamps on it, so that was before the mid-60s. I don't know the exact date. So it has no importation stamps. The guy that they gave it to never shot it because he was, a desk junkie or whatever. So it never really got shot much. And it's all numbers matching. Even the magazine is the same number as everywhere else on the gun. So that's how we learned about all the, like, who it was given to, or at least where it came from and stuff, was from the markings on the gun. That was fun. That was right before a very traumatic time in my life. Like the next day or two, it was seriously, I think the next day or two after that, everything fell apart. But at the time, I was very excited about that. Nice. I like the bobtail cut. Oh yeah, the Dan Wesson. So I never had a 1911, right? Hold on. All right, I never had a 1911. I never even shot a 1911. This is the first 1911 I ever shot. And I'd seen a lot of stuff on 1911s. I owned a Glock before that, and I've owned some Rugers. My dad actually worked for Ruger up in Prescott, so we had a lot of Rugers growing up. But since I was going to get a 1911, I wanted it. There were certain things that I wanted. I wanted a bobtail. I wanted the skeletonized hammer, and I wanted the skeletonized trigger, and I wanted it to be completely stainless steel. I don't want a hybrid. I don't want polymer. I don't want aluminum. I don't want it to be black. I want it to be shiny stainless. I want skeletonized everything, the good sights, and a bobtail. It was the Dan Wesson, or it was the Ed Brown. And the Dan Wesson won out because it's like half the price of the Ed Brown. But yeah, I like that one. So I'll probably be on here for, let's say, until 9 o'clock my time. So that would be, I think, 8 Central, 9 Eastern. I could be wrong on that. Times have changed. What's up, Gerald?
No, not much.
Oh, what's going on here?
What?
Hold on a second. Apparently this is not working. Oh, there it is. No. Hold on, you're not on the stream, but you can talk if you want.
Oh, what's going on?
I'm trying to figure out how to get you on the stream here real quick.
I should be.
There you go. No, I found you finally. No, through OBS. There we go. That'll work. What's up, Bikes and Bullets? How you doing? 1911s or something else. Nothing feels and shoes. Bro, yeah. So I'd gotten, well, originally I had been away from firearms for, I don't know, 15 years. Like, as I said, my dad worked for Ruger, so we had guns, but we went out and shot like a couple times a year, and they were Rugers, right? 22s, freaking nothing with high capacity, nothing large caliber or anything like that. And then my dad was about to pass away, and he was wanting to give me some of his pistols that he had. One was a 44 Magnum revolver. I think it was a super red Blackhawk or some shit like that.
Red Hawk or Black Hawk?
Yeah, Blackhawk.
Single action. I loved mine.
Yeah. So he was going to give me that, and I was like, is that in a will? He's like, no, it's not. And my wife will take care of it. I'm like, I don't know about that. She doesn't like me very much. And sure enough, when he did pass, I didn't get it. So I was pissed off about that. I was looking forward to getting it. And so that got me into guns. And I decided, you know what? I'm going to get me a pistol. And I went to the gun store and was looking around. And some guy was talking about the Ruger P95. And I was like, oh, I like Ruger, right? My dad worked for Ruger. I know Ruger. So I got the P95. And it was a fine pistol, but it was a bitch to conceal. And as soon as I got the pistol, right, I go on the internet because I'd already been doing YouTube before that. So I go on the internet and read all about it. Well, you know, the recommended stuff comes up on the side. And then all I see is Glock, Glock, Glock. And so I start watching some of those videos. Right, I'm like, fuck, I bought the wrong goddamn firearm, man. I should have bought a Glock. And so I ended up selling that one, got me a Glock 17. And then I realized, oh, I should have gotten a different Glock. So I don't have that Glock either.
I'll tell you, a 40 Super Blackhawk and 44 mag. The one I had was Magna ported, so it tamed the recoil way down. It shot like about like a 357.
Wow!
But damn, it was some sweet shooting. I lost that one when I got busted too.
So I have somewhat small hands, right? And so when I eventually got the Glock 30, even the slim frame or the short frame or whatever it's considered, even that was a little bit too big. And, you know, I had to put on grip tape or whatever because I don't want it coming out of my hand. But when I put my hand around the 1911, the Dan West, oh my God, yeah, you ain't lying. That feels like it's a part of you. I still don't like the 1911 though for capacity reasons. It doesn't hold enough.
Oh, didn't Para Ordnance make a 1911 double stack?
Yeah, there's double stack 1911, but that defeats the purpose of a well-fitting, well-fitting pistol. No, I guess it makes up for what it lacks.
I've got a fairly big paw, so
right. What it lacks in capacity, it makes up for in accuracy. Maybe, who knows? Pre-Dawn hates his Black Hawk. Why? You want to sell it? I don't even know how much those things go for. I know it's a lot though.
Actually, when I bought mine, well, it was about 15, 12, 15, about 12 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I paid $420 with tax.
Hell yeah, bro. 420. The squared off trigger guard hits hard.
Yeah, it does. But I had Pacmeyer decelerator grips on it. That helped. Plus, being Magna ported helped.
I think I might have been wrong. I think my dad might have had the Red Hawk then because I don't remember a squared off trigger guard.
Yeah, the Red Hawk would have been the double action. The Black Hawk's the single action.
It might have been the other one though, because it didn't have that trigger guard on it.
Rounded off instead of squared on the back.
It was rounded, yeah.
Yeah.
It looked like he called it his Dirty Harry gun because it looked like Dirty Harry's gun, right?
Yeah. Well, Dirty Harry gun was Smith and Wesson.
Yeah. Well, he didn't have the Smith and Wesson.
Actually, I had that model Smith and Wesson that they actually used in the movie because in the movie itself, the supplier was out of 44 Magnums. So they gave something as close as they could, and they gave him a 41 mag.
Right on. Mine is gold plated and custom. It cost me $2,000. Holy shit.
Ouch. I wouldn't want to shoot that.
Ungrateful peasant. I run 10 round mags for reloads with me. There is something to be said for accuracy. There is, yeah, as I said, the accuracy versus quantity. I mean, I don't know. I haven't gone to the range where I shot at a target from the same distance, one target with Glock and the target right next to it with 1911. I'm gonna have to do that next time I go out to the range. I'd be interested in that, which one I actually shoot better with, because it feels like I shoot better with the Dan Wesson, obviously. And I have the XS Big Dot sights on my Glock 30 right now, so I'm still trying to get used to those things. But I haven't been carrying my Glock lately. Lately, I've been carrying the Dan Wesson everywhere I go. You have a video on your channel? I bet you do. I'll go check it out just so I can see and reference to see if that's the one, because I don't think my dad had that one. I think it was the Red Hawk then.
Yeah, the Red Hawk was the double action.
Yeah. My friend Daniel, who I took out to the range a while back, I still got to edit that video. I hate editing, so I never like, ooh, I can't wait to edit. But I need to put that together. But yeah, we're gonna go to a gun show here pretty soon. He wants to buy his first pistol, so we'll have to go over that. We're having a barbecue this weekend.
I'll tell you though, if you want a fun pistol, it's not something you're going to use as a self-defense pistol against a big crowd, but them Super Blackhawks, they are fun as hell to shoot, and they're easy to reload for.
Right. Well, the pistol or the revolver that I really want, other than maybe the one that my dad had, is the Smith & Wesson 686 Plus, the 357 Magnum. Oh my God, dude. I would love it. I would love that pistol.
My wife I had my 641, which was a stainless fixed rear sight, 4-inch Smith & Wesson 357. That was her pistol, and I had my Super Blackhawk.
I don't have a favorite. Can't decide between my Beretta 92 LTT and my Ronin 1911.
Yeah, I lost. Well, we lost 17 guns when we got raided for growing pot. But
oh shit! I'm so glad. I bet you're glad it's legal now.
They restored my gun rights, but they wouldn't give me back my guns.
Well, now that weed's not illegal anymore, can't you then get the stuff that they seized from that raid back when it was?
No. They said they were keeping it because they didn't find no large quantities of actual processed drugs or money. All they found was 304 seedlings about that tall.
Wow, they came at the wrong time of the year.
They showed up May 3rd.
What up, Negro?
What? What up? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you fine, bro. How you doing, Tone?
Negro picture.
I'm doing pretty good, man.
Right on.
I was couldn't get in that last one, and I was like, "Fuck!" So I was like, "I gotta get in this one."
Heck yeah. Yeah, Mule unfortunately had a loss in his not blood family but other family, so he's not able to make it tonight, unfortunately.
Oh wow. Hopefully everything
Yeah, that's
can be the best it can be in those situations.
Yeah, it's always hard to lose somebody somewhat close to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is fucked up.
Well,
He'll be back.
hopefully it's all good. Yeah. Yeah, just out there. Just dude, it's cold as fuck. It's just been cold for a while already.
Really?
Yeah, warmed up for like a week,
And you're in
maybe a
the
little bit
southern
less.
part. You're in the southern part of the Ozarks, aren't you?
Yeah.
Damn, it's still cold.
Well, we get that. We get like that mix of like on one day could be the Midwest weather, and then the next day it could be Southern
You don't
weather.
know
You
if
know, we're
you're
like,
in the south or in the north, huh?
yeah, you just like they say, wait an hour and the weather will change if you don't like it.
Freedon says Tony looks like Dungan from Kark-Con.
Carnicon,
Yeah, I guess so.
Dugan,
Yeah.
dude, Dugan has MS really bad and is like fucking like fighting for his life or some shit. You didn't see the video?
Hmm.
The guy that plays Carnicon, you know
I
who
have
I'm
no
talking
idea.
about?
I have no idea who you're talking about. What even is Karnacon?
It was a really good YouTube or gun YouTube channel, but it was like it really pushed the limits of what you could get away with guns and shit. And
Right on.
he was very outspoken. He's I think he's ex-army, and he's put the fuck you call it, I don't know, but he just fucking had a badass YouTube channel. He was outspoken against the government, you know, gun control, I should say. And just found out that fool, he's sick, and I don't know. They got a GoFundMe going for him and shit. But
Holy shit. Well, if anybody has a link to it, we can post it up in the chat. No, I don't, dude. I don't. I didn't know who Canadian Prepper was either. Okay, I just learned about that the other week.
you know what's crazy too is Larry Vickers has cancer, and he got raided by the ATF and FBI last month. You know Larry Vickers, right?
I've heard the name, but I don't know exactly who that is.
It's like I think he's Delta, either Delta or Green Beret, one of those deals, instructor, trainer slash, gun dude with a bunch of, I don't know, he's made a lot, he does a lot of stuff with BCM and he makes gear.
Yeah.
But yeah, they raided him and took a bunch of his shit, dude, like a lot of guns. And there's no word on what's going on, and he hasn't made a statement about it, so yeah.
Well, the ATF is doubling in size, so.
Oh God.
Yeah.
You know what you do at this point, dude? Is you just go off grid and you just never come back. Because this country, people in this country, I really thought about it the other day. You know, like, damn, dude, people take so much shit and they still don't stand up for themselves. So I just can't see people ever stand up for themselves.
Not unless somebody in position of power or authority gives them the order that it's okay. That's why I don't think anybody's going to do anything until a governor of a state says we're seceding. Then the citizens of that state might stand up and actually do something to fight with or against even, right? But until that happens, I don't think anybody's going to take up the arms.
Yeah, well, I what I really been noticing lately is I've known it for a long time and seen it for a long time, but it's just the massage of the minds on people by technology. That's really why we're different than all these other times where this has happened in history. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then You know, last year, dude, nobody flew over this area. There was no planes, and this year there was chemtrails. Like, there's some videos I pointed it out in. And so, you know, technology, the food, water, and air, it's, you know, people are just, we'll see what happens, dude. People are still pretty rebellious down south, but
I don't know, man. Nobody's doing much. To be honest, I still think we should have rebelled back during the 30s when they tried to get away with passing the, you know, fucking gun laws then with fully automatics and shit. And the birth of the, fuck.
dude, get out and just become your own man, your own government. You know what I mean? That's the best thing I can only recommend to people now is just get out there where nobody bugs you, man.
Yeah.
Work, live your life, grow your little farm, and hunt your deer and other wildlife, and fish your ass off. And
Well, that's
Speaking of deer, I screwed up hardcore this week. I finally found a deer I wanted to shoot. I got out of the truck, loaded the gun, walked off the road into the ditch to the field, and could not pick that fucking deer up in my scope. What it was, I was watching a field down the road earlier in the day, and I had it wound up 16 power on that scope. Well, that deer was probably only 50 yards away from me.
What's up, Pre-Don?
15 power, you
What
just
up,
couldn't
bitch?
find it.
what up, fool?
Nothing.
Yeah.
I know I'm in the dark. I get it.
Yeah.
I don't want to turn the light on, but
It's all right.
That's
We don't give a shit.
so Gerald, you couldn't get the deer out?
I couldn't find the deer through the scope. The scope was wound up 16 power, and at 40 yards, it just wasn't showing up.
It's brown.
No shit.
It's just all brown.
dude.
Yeah.
So I got my thing is right now is I've been watching my little spot, you know, on camera for like maybe more than a month, probably more. Yeah, definitely, probably like 2 months, and they're all like really late night, early morning, like all in the dark. There's hardly ever are they out there in the daytime.
Yeah.
Well, where I've been seeing them right here on the road I live on, I've been counting at least 5 deer every night this week. But most of them are sitting behind posted signs. I know the guy that owns the property. I just got to make it over to his place to get permission to hunt them, and I know it won't be a problem.
Well, mine are like they're there because they know that it's like the deepest part of the property. There's nobody back there. Even the people from the property next door, nobody goes over there. There's nobody over there, and that's where their little plot is too. And so they're there every night on camera or early morning, like before the sun comes up. So I need to. How do I get them out into those early morning
Pre-Don did
hours?
show his ugly face. I got a question. I got a question
No.
though.
I gotta you hold that question. Now, so Carnicon actually was like the tits, and I'm not trying to be a fucking poser or try to be oh god, I love Demolition Ranch, but
Yeah.
what I'm
Demolition
saying
Ranch
is
gay.
yeah, but what I'm saying is Carnicon is America. Carnicon was America, and because he knew that he had MS and that his life was going to the shitter, he actually deleted his channel.
Oh, did he?
He's all fucked up. He is fucked up where he's having memory loss and he can't remember where he's at. So, but what I'm saying is somebody duplicated his channel after he took it down because he is so loved in the YouTube community. So I have one assignment for you.
Mm-hmm.
If you do anything in the next 2 days, please, for the love of God, type in Carnicon on YouTube and just watch. Like every and I'm once again, I'm not on Carnicon's D,
Right.
but if you have
I'm doing it
any
right now.
love for if you have any love for anything, somebody copied his channel
Right.
and it is the shit. Like he has access to or had access to military grade weapons, full auto fucking machine guns.
Carnicon Active Archive. Yeah,
Oh
Carnicon
yes,
Archive.
that's it. And I have watched when I found his channel, I watched every video
They have
from
it
start
in
to
the correct.
finish.
Yeah, they have it in the correct order. They have a
It's
playlist
amazing.
in the
Yes.
correct
So
order.
I'm not trying to
Holy
tell you to
shit.
be whatever, but Dugan Ashley is the man. Like I don't care about big YouTube channels ever. But that
right
motherfucker, he was the shit. And he's funny as hell.
Yeah, I see it.
He's funny as hell.
Trying to be like a MacGyver slash
Right.
MacGruber.
And like he did like the best carry weapon or concealed carry weapon, and it was like Glock in a red Solo cup. You know, the guy walks into the gun store and he goes, "Hey man, I need a fucking concealed weapon. What do you have for me? What do you recommend?" You know, and Dugan looks at him and he goes, "Well, I got this full auto Glock that's concealed in a red Solo cup."
Sorry.
And he pulls this fucking Glock 17 full automatic out of the Solo cup.
Holy shit.
And he goes, "This is the best carry concealed weapon ever." And then he just starts shooting it full auto in the store. You know, it's fucking crazy as fuck.
Sorry
and
about
I'm glad
that,
that
Tony.
Tone's back. Sorry, Tony, we love you.
I was watching
Kisses.
the first video, which is only 55 seconds. I guess it's the intro. But him
Oh,
holding
it's
up a dog while shooting a full auto.
Yeah,
with a
that's
rescue.
the intro.
Yeah, that shit's hilarious. Yeah, I just saw that.
And now so he has MS so bad that he actually went on stream and said, "Hey, I have MS so fucking bad, and I'm a vet." He's like a vet,
Shit.
and he's trying to go to like the VA, and the VA's like telling him, yeah, the VA is telling him, "Good fucking luck with your fucking MS."
Have you I think you might be diabetic.
Yeah, right. And that's what I'm saying.
Irish would love that shit.
He's trying to live, and he's not trying to live for himself. He just wants to see his family, his kids, get just a little bit older. That's all he wants in his life. He don't care about his own life. He just wants to see his kids get like a little bit older before he dies. And so they set up a GoFundMe, and it was like the second biggest GoFundMe on earth. You know, where like he raised like $150,000 without him even setting up the GoFundMe. And now he's in a better place where he's like, okay, I finally understand what's going on with my multiple sclerosis, and things are going better. So,
all right. Well, we have. Sorry, don't mean to interrupt.
No, I'm good. I'm gonna shut the fuck up now.
All right. No, it's cool, and I'm glad you said something. I'm only halfway through the intro, and I'm already hooked. Sonora Desert Prepper is in here. What's up, Sonora Desert? Tony, damn, if I still had your number, I would send you my latest kills. If you still have mine, text me. So text Sonora Desert Prepper, Tony. And Tactical Nugs is saying hello to Caitlin, which is AAKA Riddle. And the Ungrateful Peasant, the VA has killed more vets in the last 20 years than the war. I know people that agree with you, including my father. He was not treated very well at the end of his life either. They didn't really give him much. And you're like, oh, you can go to hospice. Oh, okay, great. You're just giving up. All right.
Yeah, VA didn't do a whole lot for my old man either.
Yeah.
So I don't know a lot about this guy right to this way.
Yeah.
Left of me, Gerald B. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm I'm very interested in things. So tell me, Gerald, if you would, if you have time, if you don't want me to interrupt Stinger, just tell me to shut the fuck up. But if you wouldn't mind, Gerald, I heard your kind of brief, my guns got taken away because I got raided story. And don't get me wrong, Gerald, if you don't want to say shit, I'm the kind of guy that that's cool, brother. That's cool. But
I got
I don't know.
busted.
I don't know where you live. I don't
got
know
busted
shit.
with 300 plants about this high.
Right.
They're
But
they're just little seedlings. They weren't
Yeah.
even sexed out yet.
Did your neighbors call?
My uncle called.
Oh,
My uncle
fuck
took
him.
pictures of him and called.
Is he still alive?
Yeah,
No,
only,
I'm just
only
I'm
because
just
I
saying.
haven't caught him crossing the road yet.
All right, man. I'm not. And like I said, I'm not trying to get into your business or nothing. I'm interested in people, humans, real life stories.
All
It's
right.
kind of interesting.
Sonoran Desert, you can come on in if you want. And the link is pinned at the top. But he says hello to everybody.
It turned out to be a misdemeanor charge. They tried to bust 4 of us with felonies.
Damn.
And they didn't have enough
Throwing.
plants to call us all felonies.
If you don't mind, where do you live? Colorado, Maine?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay, I get it now.
Ain't
No, I
nothing
get
else
it.
to do up here.
I get it. But I know people from all over. You know what I'm saying? I know Stinger, and I know a lot of people that live in Texas and
Mm-hmm.
Maine. I know like John Solar. He lives in
Yeah.
Maine, and
He's almost in New Hampshire, for Christ's sake. So
yeah,
he's
yeah,
like 2 towns from the New Hampshire border.
yeah. He's cool as shit. I guess
Oh,
I've
yeah.
never met him, but
John Solar will give you his
I've
shirt
been
off
on
his back.
a lot of chats with him on Mike Delicious channel and Stalker
gotcha.
Steve.
Yeah. And I like to get to know YouTubers. It's just my deal, I guess. I don't know.
No,
Because we all seem to be fairly like-minded. We all seem to be kind of, cool motherfuckers.
I've been hunting and fishing all my life.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
we can
Yes,
hear
we
you
can hear you
now.
now, Tony.
That's weird, dude. They blocked me out of that one.
All right.
And it's just
I'm gonna boot it then, all right?
I thought I'd just leave it up because it's kind of funny.
All right.
What have I got with it?
It's up to you. It's up to you.
What's up, Irish?
What do I have
Irish.
beside me?
Jeez.
What in the fuck is that?
That's a
Hold
shotgun.
on, let me get closer. Let me get my eyeball. I still can't see it. I'm blind as fuck. Oh yeah, nice. 12 gauge.
Oh yeah, I forgot the window's really small. Sorry about that for the people in the stream. If you're viewing my stream, it's hard. Well, actually, yeah, no,
It's a double barrel. It's an old marshwood made back in the 1930s.
Low buck prepper pass recently.
What?
Yeah, Sonora Desert Prepper says super bummed about low buck prepper passing. He was a solid dude. I enjoyed the times we hung out. Damn.
Wow. I just seen him doing a video a couple months ago.
That's
He
crazy.
was driving one of those little expediters.
Yeah. If I
It's
get the
crazy how you get to know people on YouTube, and then all of a sudden you don't see them anymore, and then it's like,
yep.
I wonder whatever happened to Low Buck Prepper.
Yeah,
It's
there's a few like that. Midwest middle class. I always liked him. I still have his number. I text him once in a while, but it's still not the same. Glocker Bob. I talk to him all the time, but he's never on either.
right. And people always say, well, is YouTube really a social media platform? Yes. It is. It really is. It's not like Facebook or Instagram, but it's still kind of a social.
Heck yeah,
man. I would have never met Stinger. I would have never met Cuz from East Texas Outlaws if it wasn't for YouTube, right? So it's essentially a social media platform.
It's the best part about YouTube. Probably why I still want to have my old channel back, just because of all the memories of this shit,
Yeah, but it's like, if it was if it was like it used to be, it'd be badass. Like video responses.
Yeah.
It was so cool for me to go, okay, I'm gonna have a contest. I got 10,000 subs. We're gonna do a video response contest.
Yeah.
And then it was like, no, we don't want you motherfuckers talking to each other. You might form something like a militia.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. I can get phone numbers.
All right,
Oh,
going for the family fish fry.
a militia in my area would be useless.
Yeah, and you gotta, like I always told Stinger, or have told Stinger, and everybody else that I talk to, you gotta do you. You gotta protect you and your family. Period. I mean, I don't care how you do it, just do it.
All right.
Protect yourself. I mean, when they come to get the shit or take the shit or do whatever they have to do, you have to do what you have to do to protect your family, especially if they come with violence. I'm not talking about if they come to raid your house to take your shit.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that if they come and say, hey, I'm going to stick this fucking needle in your arm.
I'm going to say, you might give me a shot, but I'm giving you a shot.
I'm going to give you about 35 rounds. But yeah. So Stinger, do you know anything? I know you're a big news guru.
No.
I'm not a news.
No.
Well, you are. You have a fucking news channel.
It's
pretty
not
much, right?
supposed to be, but yeah, I guess
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
If they come to my door for a shot, I'll give them a few in return.
Yeah. So did the mandate get pushed? The vaccination mandate. I don't watch news. I'm not a news guy because I don't give a fuck until I hear that knock on the door.
All right.
And then questions will be answered. But did they push so they have the mandate, which is like the 4th of next year,
January. It's gonna be in January sometime next year. Yeah.
Isn't that in court now?
January 4th. That's January 4th or something like that.
But isn't that in court now? Like where
they had a thing where they're trying to get a stay on it, for some reason, but they're not delaying it. It's still going to be on the 4th because the government thinks that they can get it all settled way before the date ever comes. So it's still going to be probably around the 4th. If not on the 4th, it's still going to be in January.
Well, I guess Pre-Dawn's gonna
find a new job. Make the move.
What job? What job?
You're a mechanic. Any job you want.
Not any job I want. Any job that doesn't require a vaccination, which is Quick Trip.
Well, there are certain states that certain governors have made it illegal for companies to require it. So who knows?
Yeah, well,
don't matter, dude. The federal government's superseding everything. It's all ass backwards, and nobody is standing up to the federal government. DeSantis halfway.
It's just time to build your own garage, throw a lift in it, and work for yourself.
DeSantis
charge that big dollar money.
Thank you, Ungrateful. Ungrateful Peasant reminded me it's the Fifth Circuit Court of the Fifth Circuit ruled it unconstitutional. That's why there's supposedly a delay, but they're gonna get it all sorted out supposedly beforehand.
Well, they better fucking.
Yeah, but even when a governor is outlawing those mandates, the liberal counties are still following CDC and what the White House says, regardless. And they don't give a shit. Even DeSantis says, we're going to take your paychecks. So fucking what does Biden do? We're going to pay.
Yeah, we're going to give you tax money.
Yeah, if he takes your money, we'll give you the money. So the federal government is having local places, just follow them no matter what. And if there's anything to go against it, they're just gonna tell you don't listen to them, listen to us. We're Big Daddy. Listen to us.
Yeah. And that's where my problem is
dude,
money. No, I'm not trying to be, but really in reality where I live, and I mean, he's saying, well, put a lift in your garage. Yeah, okay, cool. But I'm talking, I work crazy. Like I work 62 hours a week, and But I could live if I had to do something smaller. I could always downsize. I'm not talking about living lavish, but you know, as far as okay, we're gonna fucking fire
Oh
your
wait,
ass.
you're working make 62 hours a week. You know what? $25 an hour, $30 an hour.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. How much is your shop charging the people, the customers that you're working on their vehicle for?
Well, I work in
He's
a
not.
plant,
Yeah,
so
he's not a car mechanic.
yeah, when I say mechanic, I mean I'm a maintenance man in a food plant, and so I work on food equipment. So it's not like I could just like work on my neighbor's car. I don't even change my own oil, like because
I've got a
I turn
cousin.
wrenches for 62 hours a week, and you fucking bet your ass I don't want to come home on that Sunday and
No,
go, oh
no.
fuck, Predon's
Well,
got to change the oil in his truck today.
I've
No.
got I've got a cousin worked for a body shop for years.
Yeah.
Finally, he was looking at it when these labor prices went way up. He went in and asked the boss for a raise. Boss says, "No, I'm not giving you any more money." He goes, "Well," he goes, "you went up like in
Hey,
50 bucks an hour on the shop rate."
what's up,
He goes,
ungrateful
"I should
peasant?
be getting a little more an hour." And he said, "No." So my cousin said, "Well, screw it. I quit."
Yeah.
Went and built. He had a small garage at home, turned it into a paint booth, built a bigger garage to do the body work in. And like he said, he doesn't have to work a quarter as hard as he was before
Yeah.
and making
Well,
5 times more money.
yeah, and I'm a maintenance man, so like sprockets are sprockets, fucking solenoids are solenoids, but it would just and I would that's the only answer for me is I would have to go work cash jobs. Like I would have to go find cash jobs, which I could do.
Dude,
You know,
Predon, just make a OnlyFans, bro.
yeah, and start sticking shit up my ass, like that kind of
Yeah.
shit. There you go. I got you. I got you. At least I know who my first fucking subscriber is going to be. Tony. No, but you
Gotta
know.
support my boy.
Oh shit! Somebody left already.
No,
As soon as I said that, they were gone.
I booted
No, that was
the other
that
one.
was
Yeah.
the other me.
Yeah, I did that just in case somebody else wants to jump in, because we can
Yeah,
only have
so
6 on this thing.
it's tough for me to like just go, okay, fuck you, I'm gone. You know, and they would hurt, but you know, everybody's replaceable,
All right.
whether they're skilled or not. Like I have like 20 years of mechanical experience.
Well,
Right?
haven't you thought about
But
going to the next level and becoming a consultant then? Like Riddle was talking, like become a consultant, have people pay you for your opinion while you work remote.
yeah, I've thought about it, and I could totally do that with the company that I work for. You know, and when I was talking shit to you the other day about and you and Irish UFMC vet, my last job, I was working with Israeli military contractors. Like we developed and helped kick off the Iron Dome system, which in when we were working on it, it was actually called the Iron Curtain because they wanted it to be the Iron Curtain. So that
Okay,
was like the
Bikes.
first name, and then all of a sudden, so I was like hanging out with Israeli military contractors, and so I have a lot of experience in different kind of shit. And but when you think about like the military and military contractors, that shit is kind of like it goes
All right. See you soon, Bikes and Bullets.
depends on funding from the government. It depends on all sorts of shit, and so you could work for 6 years, you know, 65 hours a week, and then all of a sudden they go, "Oh, we got what we needed. You guys could get fucked."
Oh, geez.
You know,
Sonoran Desert Prepper is also a maintenance man on F-16s. What?
that's awesome.
Oh, badass, dude.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
There's a
that's
lot of cool fucking people.
Yeah.
Hornet Fixer, he's
Yeah.
a fucking electrician for that kind of stuff. Like he works for Northrop Grumman or somebody, and he installs wiring harnesses for fighter jets. That's cool as shit.
Okay.
So all of us are doing these jobs for all these big motherfuckers, and now here we are. Like, so I don't mean to shout out Hornet Fixer or Jim, but you know, when they come to him and say, "Hey, it's either you get the jab or you're out of here," and he's going, "Fuck,
See ya.
I'm the only motherfucker that's fucking installing wiring harnesses for your fighter jets," and so he went, "Fuck you." Now what? They'll find somebody else.
Yep.
They're gonna have
That
to
is
find someone else first.
Yeah, but you got to understand that companies, big companies, even Northrop Grumman, like a big military contractor, they don't give a fuck. You're just a number. Will they lose money? Yeah, they're gonna lose money,
Yeah.
but eventually they'll get somebody that's trained. Even if you're talking about firing somebody that has 20 years of experience, in 10 years or 5 years of losing all that money, you'll still get somebody. You know, they don't give a shit. You think about how much money that Northrop Grumman or all these companies make per year. You know, they make millions of dollars. So even if they lose 50,000, 100,000, $200,000 a year because they had to get rid of somebody that, you know, didn't want to get the shot, they don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck.
Well, it don't hurt them that bad right now.
Yeah. Well, the fine for not getting the shot is what, 150,000? You know, so it's kind of a toss up, I guess. I'm hoping my company just goes, "We'll pay the fine. Fuck it. We're not going to require all of our employees to get vaxxed."
Well, they said either the show
Per
or
violation. Per violation.
It's not 150,000 per violation.
That's what I remembered.
Well, all it says is you got to get tested once a week.
Yeah. Yeah.
14. I think it's 14,000 per
employee, right?
Oh, per incident, 14,000.
Yeah, yeah. But then if a whole company says, "Fuck you, we're not dealing with your bullshit," it was 100,000. And then don't quote me on that, but if you know, if they audit, you know, and come in and go, "Okay, you're not vaxxed, you're not vaxxed, you're not vaxxed," it's whatever Tony just said per person. But if the company just gives the middle finger to whoever and says, "We're not doing this. We're not complying with your vaccination. It doesn't matter how many fucking employees we have that are unvaxxed. It's in the $100,000 range." Because there's two options or three options. You can comply and you can say, "Okay, everybody in my company's vaxxed," or they can go through and count how many people are not vaxxed, don't have the papers. They don't have the papers. And then you could pay so much per employee that's not vaxxed, or they can just go, "Fuck you, we're not dealing with your bullshit," and then they have to pay that one big ass fucking fine. And that's the way I understood it. I don't know.
What's up, Ungrateful? What's your opinion on that?
I'm just speaking from experience. Don't ever think that the company's going to pay the fine or you're not
No, I get
replaceable.
it.
I would have a backup plan for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that I'm replaceable. Everybody should know that.
Yeah, everybody's replaceable.
If you've ever done some real work in your life, or not, I guess I shouldn't say real work. If you've ever been in the workforce in any type of job, you should know that everybody's replaceable. Everybody. It doesn't matter if you're management. It doesn't matter. If you don't own that company.
Even the owners are replaceable. I've seen that.
Exactly. Yeah. I've been in a lot of fucking jobs. I've been in a lot of crazy shit, and at 38 years old, I already know that they don't give a fuck. I know that, but that's how it is.
Still haven't talked to Dead Winter yet, or what?
Me?
Yeah. Been a while?
It's been like 5 years.
Damn.
Wow. He dropped a comment in one of my videos the other day, but I haven't heard from him much.
And I guess I can't comment too much on that. Like, we live an hour apart.
Oh damn.
I know you.
And
I know.
right, yeah. Well, we live an hour apart, but the thing is I do whatever the fuck I want to do, and he has to do what he has to do. I don't know if that makes sense, but
Yeah.
when you start and when you get married and you have kids and a bunch of kids or 3 kids or 2 kids or whatever the story is, you have shit to do. Like,
Yeah.
you always have responsibilities. You have shit that you have to do in your life, right? So me, I am not like that. Like, I don't have kids. I'm not planning on having kids, and I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want to do whenever.
Adopt one if you get froggy.
Yeah. No, I hear you. I hear you. And
Get one
And
that's
they're
like
16. They're 16 years old.
yeah,
That's a 2-year contract.
right. It's a 2-year deal, right?
But
So
hell, I've got 5 dogs now.
Hey,
no shit.
You
No
could get
shit.
some extra stimulus money. You could get the child.
No, I
child
know.
fucking
It's not
child
worth it.
check every
It's
month.
not worth it.
No.
Nope. I don't give a fuck how
It's
much
extra
fucking
beer money,
stimulus
bro.
money. No. Yeah, no. No, it don't fucking work like that, Tone. You know, it and maybe for some people it does. I don't give a shit. I'm not, and I could easily be a father and be the guy, but I'm not that guy. I'm
You
not.
know, I'm just talking shit, bro.
No, I
That's
know
all.
you're talking shit. That's why I'm talking shit back. But you were asking about fucking Dead Winter, and he's got to do what the fuck he's got to do, and I got guns to shoot. I got fucking my life to live. I got things to do. I got a boat to.
Sonoran Desert, no, just saying. Sonoran Desert Prepper is commenting. Did you kill a nice buck, Tony? Better check your
man.
channel. Better check.
Deer season, modern gun starts tomorrow morning. So
Oh, Modern Gun opened up here first Saturday of the month.
Yeah, I still have a hunting question. Damn it, Preto.
Fire it up, man. Fire it up. That's what we're
So,
here
as
for.
somebody who's never gone hunting, and somebody who lives in the city, how do you even start? Like, I know you got to get a hunting license. I know that. You got to get a tag. I know that. But like, where do you go hunting?
You get a tag. We don't gotta get a tag.
Okay,
Yeah.
fuck you.
Find public hunting grounds.
So okay, so around here, it depends on the situation. So if shit turned upside down right now, I would be shooting anything
Right.
out of season. I don't give a fuck.
Right.
And that's what's nice about where I live is it's not a big city. Like, I live in the city, but this town is 10,000 people. You know, so I can drive 1.5 miles and be in the woods. It's not like I live at downtown fucking Atlanta. You know, it's not like that. So, but legally,
I can walk out my front door and piss off my front deck.
no, I could.
Yeah, I did that in
I'll do
Ashford.
that right now.
Yeah.
I'll do that right now, fucking Gerald. I live across from the fucking police station, and I will go piss off my balcony right now.
Put it on your OnlyFans. That's your
Yeah. I'll do that. So
video.
back to Stinger's question. If I needed to hunt deer, it's
But I
just like yeah. I won't get in trouble for it either, because what they don't see is not illegal. I don't give a fuck. So what Stinger's asking, I guess.
High-powered binoculars to see, huh?
Yeah, well, they better have some high-powered shit to see what I got. That was a joke.
Right.
So what Stinger's asking, I guess, is it's just like what Tony does is he gets tags.
Right.
I don't get tags. We don't have tags out here.
You don't have tags?
No, we just have a license.
When we get our hunting license up here,
yeah,
it's automatically good for shooting a buck.
Yeah, but how many? Like, can you shoot 15 deer? Okay.
No.
So, like, I can buy. I think
if I go archery and go early season archery, I can shoot as many deer as I want to buy extra tags for, as long as I'm shooting those.
So that's what I'm saying. You get a hunting license here, and then there's doe, buck, but there's different seasons here too, just like anywhere else. There's bow, muzzle loader, but in southern Minnesota you can't shoot deer with a rifle because of the land, like it's flat, so they don't want fucking rifle rounds going through whatever. But so that's how it is. It's the same thing. It's just about the same thing. You get if you want, and it goes by family member. So if you have 5 kids, you can have 5 tags, and there's doe and buck tags and all sorts of shit. And for me, it doesn't. If I was to hunt deer, which I don't, but I could, I could. All I'd have to do is get a hunting license and then tag some deer. But if it ever came, I keep thinking about if it ever came to like where I had to feed myself, where beef would be crazy expensive.
I'm going moose hunting.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. You can, and there's no moose around here, but I mean, the fucking deer around here, I could go so many places and just shoot deer. I could catch fish. I could probably catch enough fish to eat all year.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They say this state has the highest moose population in the lower 48.
You go out there, Stinger, and you either sit in a tree stand or you sit in a deer blind, or if you're out where you're at.
If you're old, fat, and lazy like I am, you go park your truck.
Not anymore. I'm not. Not anymore.
Well, if you're out where you are, Stinger, you're gonna hike probably and take a long shot on a deer. Out here,
that's what I'm
it's
thinking.
like out here, you fucking creeping around and hiking around makes too much
Although
noise.
when I lived
sit and wait.
When I lived in northern Arizona in Ash Fork, we had antelope that were in my driveway on my property that did not move when we drove up to our house. I was like, man, I want to just kill you and take you home for dinner.
Dude, it's pretty good, bro. I mean, before I came out here, I had mule deer, which is what you'll mostly have out where you are. And out here, the whitetail, dude, the whitetail is like, it's like steak, bro.
All right.
Whitetail's awesome.
Yeah.
You got to get the right one. You got to get them somewhere in the 125, 130 pound range. You get them much bigger than that, they get tougher than shoe leather to try to eat.
Yeah, they're definitely if you're gonna hunt out in Arizona, it's definitely a different game. I'm originally from Western Washington in the Cascade Mountains, and we hunt late season because of blacktail. Up there, they're kind of skittish, and what you do is you hunt late season to where they're more aggressive, and you rattle to bring them in. But down in Arizona, it's definitely going to be, more than likely you're going to have to bait and take a long shot.
Are you talking about moose?
No,
deer.
Deer, yeah. So
he'd be spotting and stalking. His best bet. Get a nice heavy spot and scope. Go out, check the ridges, see if you can spot one. Figure out how to spot them.
Yeah, around here, these motherfuckers are professional deer hunters. So if they have a long grove, which if you don't know what a grove is, a long row of trees and cornfields on both sides. So what they do around here professionally, because they don't give a shit about trophies, they give a shit about filling their freezer for the winter. So what they do is they have like a team of 4 guys. They take a 4-wheeler and they drop 2 guys off at the beginning of the grove. Because it's like a peninsula, like it's a long grove, right?
We've got them around here too.
Yeah. So they drop 2 guys.
Field on each side.
Yeah.
So they come out of the grove. Those two.
Fuck yeah. They drop 2 guys off at the beginning of the grove. They take the 2 guys with the shotguns and they drive them to the end of the grove and they load their shotguns. And the 2 guys that don't have guns, they walk through the grove and go, "Hey, deer. Hey, deer." And it scares the deer to the end of the grove because that's the cover. So as soon as them fucking deer come out of the end of the grove, guess what? There's the fucking 2 motherfuckers with the shotguns or bows or rifles waiting. And as soon as them deer come out of the grove, bam, bam, That's it. They throw the fucking deer on the 4-wheeler and they're gone. And their deer hunt for that season's over. Or they send the next group of guys.
So I went ahead and figured out something here real quick. Hold up, Joe.
Funny, last night the wife wanted to go to the grocery store.
I didn't mean to cut you off,
No,
Stinger.
no, you didn't cut me off. Sorry, Joe. Hold on. Let me just say this one time, and then I don't have to say it no more. So if you're on your phone or whatever you're on, it should have a thing where it says comments and chat. There is a chat feature on StreamYard.
Usually, and they're gone. And their deer hunt, but
used to be that you couldn't see that, and you'd have to watch the YouTube channel in order to read the chat. I've been copying and pasting the chat in the chat room for StreamYard now, so you can all react to it if you want. And since Sonora Desert's talking to me, I'll react to him. Shoot javelin at 600 yards. I don't know if javelin are kosher. I do eat kosher, or try to eat kosher. And then I killed a giant bear and elk, both archery this year. Archery? Damn. What's the pull on that?
That's skill. Archery, like bow hunting in this area. If you're a real like purist, and you're like the kind of
bow hunting, you're looking at tree stands or ground blinds.
Right. But I mean, bow hunting is like the top of the skill level, in my opinion.
I used to bow hunt, but after I broke my back, it just hurt too much to try to get the cams to clip on the bow and hold it. I could fire 2 shots a day. Third shot, I just didn't have the muscle strength in the back to be able to roll that cam over to hold it. If I could roll the cams over, had a 70% let off. It was just getting them cams to roll.
Right. So, Tony, do you rifle hunt deer or do you slug hunt deer?
Slug.
Gotcha. 12 gauge?
Yeah. And then I got a compound bow, but I just got it for my birthday this year.
Yeah.
I haven't even fucked with it. I'm gonna go take a class or something at the archery place here.
I took one with my daughter, actually. So I got my daughter a compound bow, and we both took the class, and that was a little father-daughter time, which was fun. Learned a lot from it. Also learned I was weak as shit, and that I was going to have to start with a compound bow and work my way up. You know, one of those ones that's adjustable on the pull strength. So I haven't gotten one for myself yet. I still need to do that.
Just get a crossbow. Fuck it.
Fuck that shit. No, I don't want no crossbow.
Me and Gerald are like, get a crossbow.
Mine blew up. Mine blew up in my face last year. That's why I ain't messing with it. I'm gonna take a class on the compound, and then the bow season is super long. Bow season's like from September to like February.
Same here. It's long.
Yeah, I got forever. What's that?
Am I allowed to what, Jeremy?
You guys allowed to bait them?
No, in Minnesota, southern Minnesota, you can't hunt over bait. But like here, you know, it's kind of fucking. My thing is, it's weird. Shit is weird. Like laws to me, period, are weird. Like so, you can't hunt over bait, but you can grow a field of bait naturally. So I can't remember what the fuck it's called, but it's like
as long as it's like leftover residue from agriculture use.
Not even that. You can actually grow a whole field of corn just to bait the deer, but you can't hunt over bait. You know, it's such a weird fucking deal. Like there's people that are like, okay, this year to hunt deer we have to fucking till up the field and we have to put the alfalfa down, and then that should bring in the big buck. And I'm like, you guys have to be gardeners and farmers to hunt deer over bait.
I know a guy that puts a food plot in. You could go down.
That's what I'm talking about. A food plot.
You can go down to his food plot right now and probably dig up turnips and carrots and all kinds of shit that he had. He went out and tilled it this spring, planted it.
Right, and it's not for food; it's for
he's
the deer.
Yeah.
he's got his ground
Irish
line
does that
set
too.
right off the side of it. He's either got his Ruger 44 mag carbine or his semi-auto 30-06.
Yeah, and here you can't hunt with rifles, but it's kind of funny because you can hunt with pistols.
Ah, I see what
So
you do. A
that kind
15-inch
of
pistol.
fucks shit up a little bit, right? So now the law is if you look up the law for pistol hunting in Minnesota, it's like, well, it can't include a braced device and it has to be over 22 caliber. So you're talking about 300 blackout or AK or 30 caliber, but it can't be braced with a device that helps you stabilize your
44
pistol.
mag.
It's fucking yeah.
What about the
It is
comrade? The comrade's not. What
yeah.
about firearms? Because my
Use
comrade's a
you
fire.
can use a comrade because it's a slug. So
Yeah.
they consider that as slug because it's not shotgun hunting deer. It's slug season. So if your
Oh,
gun
okay.
can shoot slugs, it's considered slug season. So you can carry a comrade with a drum if you want, and and I know people like in Duluth, like Eric and Matt, like he deer hunts a lot, and it's interesting for me because he just goes for meat, so he takes headshots, and he has a
Dude, I'm just going for meat,
You don't
bro.
waste no meat that way.
Everything I do.
I haven't found an antler stew that's worth a damn yet.
Dude,
shoot him in the face.
Yeah, everything I do out here is for the meat. I'm eating everything.
Yeah.
I'm not.
That's
I'm
exactly
not
what
going
I'm
for
looking at. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm looking at too. I don't need to, but I'd like to have the skill. You know what I mean?
That's how I was taught to take headshots because then they don't run and it doesn't spike their adrenaline
fuck
and
the
keep
meat
more
up.
Yeah.
Right.
What I love is everybody that's saying, well, when shit hits the fan, we're just gonna go out hunting. Half these assholes have never fucking seen a deer in their life.
Dude,
let alone know how to gut one and skin it.
Dude, if you dome
Yeah.
shot them, you can use every part of them, and you could get a clean ass pelt still. It ain't gonna have a head on it, but
The thing is yeah. But the thing that I think it's not getting the meat, it's the storage of the meat. Like I always watch like these but what I'm saying, Tony, is I'm watching these like these survival shows. You watch these survival shows like people that are stranded on an island and they're like, holy shit, I just shot a moose. I'm gonna be able to eat for a week. I can eat for what the fuck are you gonna do with fucking 200 pounds of meat? You're on a fucking you're out in the middle of nowhere. Do you have a deep freeze?
Beef jerky.
Do you have power to keep that meat cold? And I'm gonna admit something to you guys real quick, but if there was no power, no gas, no shit, and I had to survive and live and shoot deer, I would probably be the most wasteful person ever. I would shoot a deer and I would cut it open and go, oh motherfucker, I'm gonna eat for 2 days, and then the rest of this meat is probably
no.
There's a
I don't
couple
know what I
ways
would
you
do.
can go about it.
Pressure cannon.
You can build yourself a cold cellar if you dig down below the frost line and line it.
Yeah.
You can also smoke it. I mean, even I watched a show where a guy actually did that on Alone. My grandpa used to talk about that back in the day before they had refrigeration. And if you watch the last season of Alone, where they did the Last Man Standing, the guy who actually won, he did that. He spent like an entire week just building a cold cellar before he even went hunting for it.
Yeah.
You could stick it in Kamala's cold dark cunt also.
Her fucking dirty asshole. I hear you. But it's when you come down to it, it's all about survival, right? So people are gonna, well, besides the people that don't know shit about shit, the people that come up to me and, the people that have never owned firearms or a bow or a slingshot in their entire life, and they go, boy, if shit ever hits the fan, I'm coming to your place. And I'm going to be like,
that's
well,
my prep,
you are the first motherfucker that I'm going to put a bullet through, And I guess I'm not trying to be an asshole, but if you go your whole life and you don't at least have, if you're so anti-gun or anti-bow or anti-killing animals, I'm not talking about killing people. I'm just talking about anti-hunting or whatever. And you say, oh my God, pre-dawn, if something ever happens, I'm coming to your place and I need a gun. Well, you should have thought about that fucking 10 years ago. Don't come to my fucking place because you're going to be.
What happened? I'm going to say what happened to your gun.
You're going to be out of here. You're going to be down the fucking road because I'm not the demolition. I don't have 5,000 fucking guns that I could just hand out to people and go, here, just go protect yourself. Just go hunt. Just go do whatever.
No,
when it comes down to it.
I don't really even have much hunting ammo for my 308.
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't. People, and that's the thing that I guess that gets me is you don't need hunting ammo. And just think about the Kyle Rittenhouse trial. Hollow points versus Full Metal Jacket.
How many times have we heard hollow points are more devastating and more inhumane? Like, he intended to kill because he had hollow points in his ammunition.
I don't give a fuck.
It's funny because it didn't matter either way. He was trying to criticize him for using Full Metal Jacket, and then he started criticizing him for not using hollow points.
Yeah.
And then saying hollow points explode on impact or something.
Yeah. So that's why I brought that up. That's the only reason is I don't care hunting loads versus I don't care. If you are starving to death and you have to eat something and you need to survive, whether you're going to catch a fish or shoot a deer or an elk or an antelope or whatever it is, in my situation, I'm not going to look at these Full Metal Jackets and go, damn, I can't kill nothing with this. I'm not going to.
I have shot at deer with Full Metal Jacket out of 30-06 before. Just a good thing the follow-up round was a assault point.
Yeah, and I'm not saying you're wrong.
Straight through it. It didn't cause enough.
You want to model it off?
I'd have been tracking that son of a bitch for miles before it finally dropped.
Well, you should have shot it 14 times.
Well, it's kind of hard to with a bolt action.
No, I understand, and that's why if I was to hunt, and I'm just theoretically talking about if I had to survive and hunt to live, and all I had was a 223 or even a 308, 30-06, I would shoot that fucker until he was down or I could find it, or I'd even go down to the lake and just start shooting in the lake.
Right now, I'm not in a survival situation.
Right.
And
now,
I've got plenty of Full Metal Jacket.
Yeah.
But that's basically what I look at it as. Hey, we're going to go out and burn up some ammo today for the brass cases to reload. It's like, have fun, plink with it and shit like that.
Right. But if you had to use it.
If I had to use it and I was planning on just taking headshots, yeah.
Yeah, shoot a deer in the face. Shoot an elk, an antelope, a fucking whatever it takes, and that's what I'm saying. If I had to eat squirrels, if I had to shoot rabbits to survive,
right now I'm looking at it for deer. All I want is just some regular saw point ammo, and really where I'm at, all I really need is hunting ammo.
Yeah. And where I'm at,
90% of what I'd be doing would be shooting animals for survival.
I mean, there's some old timer tricks you can use too if it's purely survival that aren't considered above board. Like hanging an apple on a large treble hook to get a deer caught up on it. My uncle used to talk about taking big rat traps and putting corn on them and stuff to try to get the pheasants out of the field. They'll go down and peck the corn and snap their neck. And,
Snap their head off. Yeah.
and there's all kinds of little tricks you can do that
Right.
aren't above board when it comes to survival and are fairly quiet.
Well, I've got a bunch of animals traps. I know how to make snares.
And I would hunt birds too, like around here. I don't care. I'll eat if I am starving to death and I can't fucking shoot a deer, I'll eat pigeon. I don't give a fuck.
They're kosher.
When it comes down to it, when it comes down to it,
well,
I'm telling you, I have a bunch of birdshot. I have a bunch of steel birdshot stocked up to the top of my safe. 20 gauge, 12 gauge birdshot. And people go, why the fuck do you keep all that shit?
Oh, I used to stock up on birdshot just because of that Saiga with the bump stock on it. That thing ate through birdshot like crazy.
Well, the reason I stocked up on it is because a year ago when I went to Walmart, they mismarked all of their steel shot, everything, their 12 gauge. And so I walked in there and I was like, I want to get some lead shot just to fucking blow some pumpkins up or whatever. And this lady standing over there going, $2.50 for 25 rounds of steel shot, 4 shot? That seems kind of low. And I went, where's the nearest cart? Where is the nearest cart? And I just fucking took armfuls. Just armfuls. The cart, the fucking wheels on the Walmart cart almost broke because of all the 20 gauge steel shot that I put in that bitch and all the 12 gauge steel shot.
They were what, 20 round boxes or what?
25 rounds.
25 rounds
for $2.
Oh my god, dude. Oh my god.
And now you look online and they're fucking $37 to $50 a box.
Oh yeah.
I just picked up a bunch of 100-round boxes for $29 on my way through. I think that was in Texas and New Mexico when I drove back through.
Yes. You could use that for anything.
Yeah, but what size shot was it?
4 shot.
Yeah. So 4 shot would be good for like snowshoe hares, grouse.
Anything. Well, not anything, but I mean, you could eat off that.
Steel 4 shot ain't the same as lead shot.
Right, and that's what I'm saying.
Basically, the number 4 steel would be the equivalent to a 6 lead.
Right.
Because they said when you switch to steel, you jump up 2 sizes.
Yep. And you know more about it than I do, honestly. It's just nice to have.
Steel shot, you lose 30% of your range over lead shot.
Yeah. Well, I could walk out on my porch right now and shoot a fucking pigeon in the face with that shit.
Oh yeah.
And
you
eat his brains.
With that.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what my thought process was.
35 yards.
Yeah. Right. And that's my thought process is if I have to eat, I'll shoot a rabbit with that fucker. I don't give a shit. I could a cat. I'll shoot cats. I'll shoot. And no offense to people that like cats, but
I'm drawing the line at the neighborhood pets.
No, I'm not talking about pets. I'm talking about
meals ready
feral. I'm talking about feral cats that will.
Hey,
so anyway, yeah, we'll move on from that.
Thanks for the stream invite. I'm gonna have to log off, get back on my phone, and cook some food up because it's getting late here.
All right. Well, thanks for joining. I'm grateful. It was fun getting to chat with you. We'll be
nice
doing
meeting
it
you.
Yeah, you too. We'll be back next week, I'm sure.
Okay, cool. It's nice meeting you guys.
Hell yeah, brother.
Hey there.
Take it easy.
So yeah, survival is interesting.
I'd have cleaned up seeing steel shot at that price. I might have taken up duck hunting again.
Yeah. No shit. And it was like, holy shit, I am gonna buy all this. I don't care.
At that price, I'd have said, hey, you got any more on a pallet out back?
Yeah, you got a pallet that I can fucking lift. So, but yeah, I think about survival a lot.
Yeah.
And not like you guys. Like you guys are really, or not you. I shouldn't say you guys. I should just say there's a lot more people out there that are a lot more prepared than I am. But
I didn't really start preparing, as in putting up a bunch of extra food and stuff, till the Y2K thing.
Yeah.
I bought into that bullcrap.
I don't know.
And during Y2K, I was waiting for the ball to drop,
Yeah.
and I was gonna go fucking break into
Wait,
shit,
wait,
steal
wait,
fucking
wait.
every fucking
You were
thing
all ready to go on a shopping trip, huh?
on a fucking rampage, Stinger. I'm telling you what.
He was waiting for everything to go dark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's really, I'm being completely honest. That's where I was at that point in my life. Is if this shit fails, the grid goes down, and the cameras are all off.
Mm-hmm.
I've
It
been
is
hunting and
on.
fishing my whole life, so that's what I do for a hobby: hunt, fish, and camp. So
I get my predator control license too. It's free.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know
buddy.
what the fuck that is. So Predator
Drone?
What?
Yeah, exactly.
What the
That
fuck
would be
is
a
Predator?
badass, though, right?
Yeah, right.
something like a coyote hunting.
There ain't much
Something like a
meat left, but
coyote
it's highly
hunting permit.
tenderized.
It's probably something like a coyote hunting permit.
Probably.
Oh, that's why I like Texas. I love Texas. Like when we went to Texas and we were shooting them hogs and shooting all sorts of bullshit.
Did you do any good stuff last time you went? Did you guys do
I
any
can't
kind of
fucking.
hunting?
It was fun. I wish we had enough time, but it was.
Just never know, huh?
No, it was just a fucked up. No, I'm talking about here to tell weird fucking stories. So here's how it went. The field that was next to Cuz's place.
Yeah.
You know, that big field that we dumped fucking mag after mag into. That was all filled with brand new sheep and goats. So I don't know if anybody in here knows how goats are. I live in the city.
I was raised with goats when I was a kid. Yeah, I know.
Okay. So these are brand new goats, and there was like, I don't know, say 50 females and 2 billies, and they all just got shoved in there like they'd never seen each other before. So it was just total goat porn the whole time. Like we would start a fire, and it was just like like the 2 billies fighting over like 40 females, you know. So one would get up on a female and try to start doing his thing, and the other one would run across the field and just buck him, just fucking buck him off. And it was hilarious. Yeah, no, it was absolutely hilarious. It was a good time.
What's up, bikes?
And then I would go to take a, like at 2:00 in the morning, just drunk. I would go to take a pee across the fence, and I would turn my flashlight on to see where the goats are. And like the females would be right across the fence, and I'm giving these female goats like golden showers and shit. It was weird, but it was cool.
Right on.
We did some hunting, but we didn't really. Oh yeah, never mind. We shot fucking Nutra like a motherfucker.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, with that Wraith, we went down there and there was fucking big ass Nutra rats at night everywhere, and we were just sniping them in the face. It was a good time. That whole thing was cool. So
That's the one thing I wish we could have done is the nature hunting at the time. Yeah, I'd like to see one of those in person, man. That's got to be something, huh?
Well, I couldn't see.
Overgrown rat?
Nutra is like it's almost like a beaver.
Isn't it like the second largest rat in the world?
Absolutely. And they're fucking huge, and they got that big ass teeth.
6 tags again this year. Deer tags, 2 turkey tags.
Damn.
And all our you could out here you could shoot everything except for what is it, a fawn? Don't shoot no fawns, but you could shoot does, bucks.
Yeah.
Button bucks, fucking you name it. They want them gone out here.
A button buck is a fawn.
By the way, Lance Corporal Veterans in the chat. What's up, Lance Corporal Veteran? How you doing?
Cheers to everybody. It's all
I don't think you could take I don't know. You wouldn't take a little tiny one that's the size of a fucking dog.
Right. That's normal.
They got the softest meat, right? The most tender meat.
They're not. Those are nice and tender. You don't get much meat off of them, but
it tastes so good.
what you do get isn't gave you
Little wagyu walking around.
I'll be right back.
No shit. Stinger's got to go pull one off quick. Son of a bitch. But yeah, those fucking Nutra-Rats, they're weird. They're like nocturnal. They're mostly nocturnal. They come out at night and they fucking kind of sit on the logs in swamp areas, and with night vision, like a night vision scope, you're out there, and we were using like 300 blackout suppressed, like subsonic ammunition.
See, I would get in all kinds of trouble if I had a suppressor and night vision.
Are they mangy looking?
Yeah, they're stinky fuckers. If you look up Nutra-Rats like on Google, they look like a giant beaver, and they got those fucking scary looking teeth and long tails and shit. And they hang out in a swamp. And like Gerald was saying, night vision and an AR, but you would get definitely in trouble if you had a 300 blackout pistol suppressed with night vision, because when you have a 220 grain bullet traveling slower than the speed of sound, all you hear is the trigger clicking. Yeah. And it is absolutely insane. So when we were out there, we had a tripod, we had night vision, and you just look out across the swamp, and you look across the logs, and you see all these fucking big ass fucking Nutra-Rats like the size of a small dog, and they're looking at you. And then you shoot one, and then the one sitting right next to him goes, "Fred, hey Fred, are you all right? Why is your face bleeding? Hey bro, what's going on over there?" And then you just move to the next one and the next one falls off the log, or they swim away. And if you injure them, they actually drown themselves, like they go underwater and they don't come up until they're dead.
Yeah.
And so then the next day when you walk down to the swamp or the pond, you see them drowned. And they're not good for nothing. I think in Texas you used to be able to like cut their tails off and sell them, or not sell them, but prove that you could prove that they're dead.
Oh, you got like a reward for killing it?
Yeah, because Nutras, what they do is it's almost like not groundhogs, prairie dogs, where they dig holes in the banks and shit, and then the cattle, like these expensive fucking Angus cattle, they go down to drink in the water, and then they step in the hole and break their leg and fall into the pond. So they're invasive. They're not invasive species, but they're pests. And so they're scary. There's fuck Stinger. God damn it. There's a fucking video on my channel from last year where we were shooting Nutra in the face in the dark.
Huh.
Sight mark. Rape.
Well, I don't.
What up, Bikes?
I don't watch a lot of videos, apparently.
No,
Shit.
I get you. No, I don't care. I'm just telling you that if you're interested, there's two things. Carnicon.
I got the Carnicon thing, and as far as Nutra goes, there's one thing seeing it on a video. It's another seeing it in person. You know what I mean? I've seen a picture of what they look like. I know they're big. I know they're ugly, but having that experience in person is different.
Yeah, but at least go back and watch my fucking pest control video from last year. I'm just asking you to do that, because it's so interesting with that sight mark Wraith. I missed a lot of shots. Pre-dawn, I missed a lot of shots, but
I didn't even know you had the sight mark Wraith. I thought that was
the Cuz thing. He did.
Oh yeah, okay.
Right. We used his gun. Of course,
you said video last year, so all of a sudden I'm thinking
this year.
Yeah, okay.
Or whatever.
No, you're fine. I'm just trying to do the math in my head. I'm like, that doesn't make no sense at all.
we went in September. So we went there
all
for a
there
week
in March.
September.
So
right.
Yeah.
So then I did another video with him in September.
All right.
And we went out and hunted and fucking we were drunk. I don't condone anybody to use firearms under the influence of alcohol, but we were definitely safe, and we had the guns pointed in the safe direction all the time. But we were hunting Nutra in the middle of East Texas, suppressed night vision type shit, and it was cool. It's kind of cool because we had a tripod too, like for the gun. So we'd clamp the gun in the tripod, and we would just sit there and just rip rounds at them, and it was fun. It was a good time, but yeah, Nutra are definitely something you don't want to fuck with or eat or touch, or you just want to shoot them in the face. And so the only thing that I really, I mean, I remember a lot of stuff from the trip, but the one thing that I will never forget is, you and me and Riddle and everybody we went to that pond, like the two ponds, they're side by side there.
Yeah.
Well, there was no cattle in that gate when we went in March.
Right.
So 2:00 in the morning, we drove up to that gate by that house, and then I opened the gate, and I'm holding the suppressed 300 blackout pistol with a night vision on it.
Right.
And as soon as I opened that gate, I heard the roar of cattle. I don't know if anybody in the chat or whoever has heard the sound of a herd of cattle running towards you, like that thunder, the sound of hoofs and weight shaking the ground. And I'm in the dark. I can't see shit. All I see is the truck and Cuz and Caitlin in the truck. And I open the gate, and as soon as I open the gate, I hear the thunder, the sound of a herd of cattle running towards the gate. And you can't see them. You can't see shit. And so I'm telling Cuz to drive the truck through the gate as fast as I can, because the last thing you want to do is let one of those Angus cattle out of the gate. And so as soon as he got through the gate, I closed the gate, and I still hear the thunder of a huge herd of cattle running towards the truck. Because as soon as the gate opens, all they think is food. I need to eat. Oh, it's time to eat. So then I jump in the truck, and as we're driving across the field to go to hunt Nutra to the ponds, all these big, huge Angus cattle are running next to the truck. And so here I am in the passenger seat with a suppressed 300 blackout pistol with a night vision scope on it. And there's cattle, big fucking Angus cattle, just running next to the truck. And I'm going, man, this is crazy. I can't believe I'm out here. So,
well, Tony's going to be right back. And we have Ohio Wolverine in the chat saying, what up, Green Dragon? Free Kyle.
Free Kyle. The fucking Kenosha kid.
Yeah.
I just think about the momentum behind that herd of cattle, man, in the dark. The momentum.
Yeah.
If you weren't in the truck or protected by it, you imagine?
Right. Yeah, right. And
you just stopped into a mud hole.
Yeah, and it is a very it's almost ominous, because during the day when you open the gate, you could see the cattle, right? You could see them coming towards you. But when you're standing there in the dark and the gate's open, and all you feel in the ground is that that the running and the hoofs, you don't know what's coming.
Yeah,
so
or how much, and
or how many. I don't know how big the fucking herd is.
Right.
I've never been to this property before. And Cuz, he's been down to that property during the day, at night, so he knows how many cattle are there. But here I am standing outside the truck going, oh fuck, here they come. And then since they filled the property next to Cuz's full of sheep and goats, we actually drove through there, and it was kind of funny because like a couple of the goats were sick, and so it was like the peak of COVID. And you hear you get out of the truck and you hear I'm standing outside the truck just going, that motherfucker's got COVID. I see him. It's pitch black, 2:00 in the morning, I'm drunk, and you just hear it was kind of funny. So, and the goats are stupid. I don't care what anybody says. They may be smart to a certain point, but goats are stupid as fuck.
They're stupid
Trying
about
to get
most things for sure. Yeah.
Well, yeah, when you were pulling up to them with a truck,
Yeah.
you'd think they would
No.
move out of the way. No, they'll lay down. They go, oh, there's a truck. The engine is warm. I'm gonna lay down. So
What
it
up,
was an
Walter Davis?
experience.
How you doing?
Okay, now I'm gonna be completely quiet, and you guys can
Oh
talk
no, I'm
for a
not.
while.
I'm
I've
actually.
been just, I hate coming in here and just
Oh,
talking.
I don't mind. We got to know you, and we got to know freaking ungrateful peasant. Right?
Yeah, it was cool talking to him.
That's
And
all it is. It's just a hangout, man. I don't give a fuck. We can talk about whatever.
yeah, but Texas is cool. I like Texas. Like we didn't go out and do a lot of shit. Like we went to the place we went El Ranchero or
Oh, the
yeah,
one
that
with the free
Mexican place.
margaritas.
Yeah, we went there and it was Karen. It was Karens everywhere.
Bikes bumped himself out accidentally. Well, come back
And
in
I'd
here
like to
because I'm
talk
gonna.
to Bikes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Bikes was in here just a minute ago.
And I'd like to talk to Bikes. Like I don't know a lot of these people and a lot of people in the
Yeah.
chat or they're different, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
Go to predondeath.com / No, just
You
kidding.
got your own
I'm
.com
just playing.
shit.
No, I don't. I'm
used
just
to.
fucking
I
with you.
used to.
Store Frontier.
Long time ago. Yeah, a long time ago I did. Even had
Yeah.
shirts, but I gave up on all that long time ago.
That's the funny thing about shirts is everybody that I know personally is going, "Hey man, you need to get some shirts made. Get some shirts." And then when you get shirts, they don't want to buy them.
No.
They want you to give them to them.
See, I had a whole bunch of shirts. You know, I
see
got
that
them
right
made
there?
and delivered.
What the fuck is that,
What that
Gerald?
is?
That is where I had a tick embedded in my arm yesterday.
A tick?
Yeah,
A deer tick?
a
Or
deer tick. Deer tick.
Fuck that shit.
Well, there's deer ticks and there's regular ticks. Deer ticks you can barely see.
Yeah, that's what this was.
So you're gonna get Lyme disease?
Lyme disease, yeah.
You better watch that shit, Gerald. I'm telling you what. You don't want to take a shot to the stomach every week. Ugh.
No. Well, they treat you with an antibiotic now. The doctor,
Oh, really?
Yeah. I had a doctor's appointment today anyway, so I showed it to the doctor, told him what it was, and
Yeah, it doesn't. As long as it doesn't look like a bullseye.
yeah.
After a while, you'll be all right. But I wish you well, Gerald.
Now,
I
he
wish
said
you
the
well.
way it looks right now, it's something like a little bullseye, but it's not. So he wants to give it a couple days.
I'm looking.
Yeah,
I'm looking at that motherfucker. Hold on. Let me. Professional pre-dawn opinion.
There you go.
The original
yeah.
Zoom. The original Zoom.
Yeah. Well, I wish you well. You know, just like everybody.
Yeah, have fun with your Lyme disease, Joe.
Yeah. No, he
Have
said
fun sticking that big needle in your
he said
stomach
it
every week.
looks like a target in 3 or 4 days. Call the
Yeah.
office, and they'll call me in an antibiotic.
Oh shit.
And he said that'll take care of it.
Where the fuck is Bikes and Bullets? I thought that fucker was gonna come in here. He started talking.
Yeah, he talked for a minute. Now he's back in the chat. He's all comfortable in a safe space.
That motherfucker.
Yeah.
Okay, the last comment you shared was Irish, Pre-Dawn, Gerald, Nuts, Tony, Bikes, Ohio, Wayne, Lance. Okay. Yeah. Cool.
Lance Corporal.
Yeah. So I that's why I usually don't join these things because I don't like coming in and just rambling.
Well, you do
I like
it
hearing other people's.
Well, it's hard
No,
to
but
hear
I like-
other people when you keep talking, boy. I tell you.
Okay.
I mean,
Well,
if
right
you
now
wanna
it's
hear
just us
people,
three. If Gerald wants to talk shit, just interrupt me. Fucking A. What do you got to say, Sting?
Shit, I'm
You've been
done.
talking for
Yeah, I
a
know,
fucking 2
exactly,
hours.
Exactly. That's kind of why I'm
I've been
just
listening.
enjoying sitting back, and I'm letting y'all take the reins now. See how that works?
But that's the thing. Like, if Bikes came in, I would just be quiet and let him talk because I like hearing other people's shit.
Right.
Gerald, if you got something to say,
Yeah, I
say
kind of
it,
wish
man.
Ungrateful Peasant had to talk more. I know he's got some interesting things to say.
Yeah, he seems way cool.
Yeah, he's all
I've
right.
never. I don't know nothing about him. Does he have a YouTube channel?
He does, and I recently subscribed to him. I found him through the Morning Muster, and so there's another, there's a whole other community out there that has a subset now. It's funny. I believe
And
he
those are the
does kind of
channels.
news story stuff. I'm not exactly sure. I haven't watched a lot of his videos yet.
Well, yeah, you just admitted to your public that you don't
Yeah.
watch other people's fucking videos.
I do try to watch videos, but dude, I get caught up in life and shit.
Fuck the pre-dawn death videos. Carnicon is where it's at. I'm telling you.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. I'll check it out. I got it queued up.
I had lines a few dozen times. It just goes away after a few times. It works well. Yeah.
So how many times did you have Lyme disease?
So bikes.
I saw that, Riddle. Jeez.
Bikes and bullets coming in.
Yeah.
You can't just sit in the chat and say yo.
Pre-dawn, if I'm a motherfucker, you're gay.
I'm not trying to. The thing is I'm not trying to call you a motherfucker. The way I greet
you get away with it, you.
The way I greet my boss every morning is at 5 a.m. I walk in and go, "What's up, you dirty bitch?" So I'm just that way. I was born an asshole, and I'm gonna die an asshole. So
That's
bikes,
right.
tell me
That's
some
right,
shit.
man. God will forgive you. I won't. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm not gonna go ahead. I've been talking for an hour.
You had a question, I guess. How's it going, everybody? How's it going?
It's going good.
Doing good.
You got a radio voice, just so you know.
Yeah, it's sexy as fuck.
Is it?
Yeah. Tell me the weather.
It's that.
Come on, man.
It's that.
Give me some news story.
It's that smoker's tone.
Yeah.
You sound like John Solar.
Sweet velvet.
This is John Solar. Today we're going to be talking about bikes and bullets. All right, bikes. Do you have a channel? I mean, I'm not familiar with the YouTubes. I'm just new to this.
It's YouTube content. It's not really for anybody in particular. It's mainly just for posting up shit. Some of my thoughts for posterity, but mainly stuff I do for clients and stuff like that, and then I take them down.
Yeah,
For
a lot
clients?
of your content you take down pretty quick.
Yeah, some of my content I do, yeah, just to put it out there in the public domain and put it in that format.
Gotcha.
This is the only video that you have to watch quick, or it ain't gonna be on his channel, and he's the reason why it took off.
I'm not one of those people that leave up that kind of content and it makes it look like I'm repeating myself and shit. And I don't like to repeat myself. So,
well, everybody's got their own style, right?
Yeah.
I just do the same videos on the same guns over and over and over until everybody leaves.
I'm not gonna lie. I have watched your intro of ducking behind the snowbank and blowing up and looking for that edit. And I was like, my God, that is just genius edit, dude. That was just so quick.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
I get a kick out of it every time I see it pre-done.
And I was gonna make a "Don't You'll Never Take Me Alive" pre-dawn shirt, but my shirts right now on storefrontier.com/ pre-dawn death. They don't sell where the fuck. So
I need a code. I need a discount code.
There's no fucking code. But I mean, I could go crazy and make some fucking "You'll Never Take Me Alive" pre-dawn shirts. But what's the fucking point? There's no point, and then I don't get nothing out of it. I just want people to be happy in their lives. That's it.
Right.
But yeah, so I'm gonna be quiet now.
Hey, Chad Lily's out there. What's up, Chad? Walter Davis. Good evening, sir. It's nice to get on a chat with you guys. It's been years. We have been in chats together before.
Yeah, I know. It's been a while. Tony's chats, I'm sure, at least.
Yeah. I've chatted with bikes and bullets.
Yeah.
Tony, man, I mean, that's just fuck. He likes to goad me into shit, dude. That's like an open invitation when he does a chat.
Hell yeah, I always miss him, man. It's always so random. It's like Never know when Tony's gonna go live.
And he'll comment on my videos. That's great.
He watches your video.
Sometimes, which is cool. You
Yeah,
know,
no,
I mean,
it is
it's
cool.
always cool just to see people that I don't know, but I know. You know, I would love nothing more than just to shake Tony's hand, and it was a pleasure to meet Stinger and Riddle, and it was great. I'm super happy
I don't
about
know if
that.
I'd call it a pleasure, but I mean, it was all right.
Well, it wasn't a pleasure for you, but for me,
Right.
it was like, oh my god, I'm so starstruck.
Yeah, I know. This guy's got a lot of
Oh my
subs.
god, my life is complete.
They're all gone now, man. Now I'm down to the real number, which is 12.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
my life is not YouTube.
No.
My life is, hey, I'm Jeremy. Nice to meet you. Let's shoot some guns. Let's talk shit. Let's fucking get all fucked up. Or not. You know, it doesn't. That's. Oh, shit. That's my life. Is personal connections, meeting people. And this is cool. Like, I like talking shit to people, but.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always thought it was cool to meet people off YouTube in my local area, you know, KBG, Tony. I met another guy, believe it or not, I mean, I couldn't believe it, that he lived just a few blocks away from me. And,
Oh, wow. Right.
Yeah, it was kind of cool. So, yeah, it's pretty neat to meet people off YouTube for sure.
Yeah, that's been one of the best parts about it. I've actually met, some of the best friends I've had ever have come from YouTube. I've been able to meet Tony, but only briefly. We got to have lunch together once when I was passing through Nevada.
He's the kick in the pants, man.
Yeah.
He is. He's the kick in the pants.
But he's a real motherfucker, though, right? You know?
Oh, yeah, there's no doubt about that. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I people can judge me however they want, but I like meeting real people, real motherfuckers.
He's no different than what you see him. I mean, he's the same way. You know, he's not putting on an act or a show or anything like that. And that's what I like about people when you see them. You know, if they're the same as the way they present themselves, and there's some, you know, they're genuine. You know,
right. And that's what I like. I try not to put on an act on my channel, whether I am just spewing shit. Right, but I try to convey the funniness because I'm a funny motherfucker sometimes, most of the time actually, and that's how I try to convey it. And that's why I don't get into like politics too much, because I would be on our rants. I would be on.
That's what makes it good.
I think this is one of the coolest things that Mule Team 66 ever did, contributing to YouTube, was putting together the Green Dragon back in the day.
Right.
Because there wasn't really a whole lot of that out there at all.
Right.
Well, we had done it because me and Kansas had been doing it on his channel for a while, but, you know, Mule took it to the next level and really got the word out and made it what it is.
Made it a bar atmosphere, bar theme, you know what I mean? And that's some cool shit.
Right.
So.
Meeting Mule was Stinger knows the story. I that was such a good time. And it was looking in the back seat
Sorry, I've had the pleasure of meeting Mule twice now.
Yeah. Well, you know how it is then.
Yeah.
Chad's got a good question out there, and it's obviously a rhetorical. He says, so why the drones? And do people know they're everywhere all the time?
All right.
Question.
No, not normies.
Yeah.
I'm a normie.
The extreme left and the extreme right both know they're there.
Yeah.
My
father in the 60s, he was a navigator. He was in the Air Force. And he was in on designing and testing navigation systems for drones in the 60s. So, yeah, I mean, it's just kind of like one of those things that were always a known for people like me or my wife and, you know, family members and things like that. So,
yeah.
But this phenomenon of people thinking the technology is so new. I mean, yeah, the upgrades and all of those things, yeah, those are new.
It's advanced.
Yeah, but the fact is that drones, I mean, for the better part of 50 years, they've actually been actively using them in all kinds of different campaigns and what have you. So,
yeah.
Yep.
See, that's the good thing about living out here. On a clear night, you can even see the satellites passing by.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, if you're looking hard, even better in night vision, you can see everything flying around in the sky. And I'm not talking about just satellites. You can see all kinds of things flying around. So, really want to look. They're there.
Well, like I'm like 15 miles north of Bangor, Maine. So I'm out in the sticks. And when it gets dark out here at night, on a clear night, if there's no moon out, it's dark. And you can see gazillions of stars. If I step out, look up right out my front door, I'm looking at the Big Dipper.
Yeah, it's a lot harder for us city folk with all the lights reflecting off the ground to see the stars. You know?
It's a totally different thing out in the country, man. I loved it out there.
For sure.
Like where me and my wife love to go camping up Moosehead Lake. That's about an hour and a half north of here. 7 o'clock every morning, you get your F-16 flyover that wakes you up. They do a patrol mission every morning out of upstate New York Air Force Base. We got 2 F-16s that come over. About the time they get over the campground on the lake, they pull a power turn and head right back to New York. So it's like right on top of the campground, they're pulling a power turn, just barely clearing the treetops.
That's cool.
It wakes you up if you're still sleeping.
I remember I used to live down in Maricopa, which is just south of Phoenix. It's probably about 30 minutes south, right? So it's out in the country. It's not, I mean, it is a city, but it's pretty spread out. And it's near an Air Force base, right? And every once in a while you get an F-16 or one of the fighter jets. I'm not exactly sure each one, right? But they would break the sonic barrier or the sound barrier every once in a while, and you get that boom that reverberates. Holy shit. That was always fun.
That is cool.
Yep.
But I'm cheap, so when me and the wife go up camping up to Moosehead, it's state reserve property. It's reserved for camping, so it doesn't cost nothing to stay there. So we'll go up for 3 or 4 days at a time. I need a new outboard for my boat, though.
Thank you, hon. Oops, sorry. Let's see. We got Ungrateful Peasant. Hope to meet up with some of you guys in the Southwest this coming year. Just met up with some good guys out in Tennessee and Texas. Good times. Hell yeah. Lance Corporal Vet says tech has been around for 100 years. It's only recently been used as they are now. Chad Lilly says drones patrol Yakima regularly, flashing marker lights on them, not exactly covert. And
oh yeah,
you can see them.
Yeah, Yakima has a night flight training school out there for the Army. It's big out there, so they've got all kinds of, we'll call them aerial vehicles that fly around Yakima.
Right on.
My sister lives in Yakima. My stepdad used to fly Yakima all the time for training, night flight training. He was a helicopter pilot. Yeah, Wayne, you got it. The drones in Yakima are part of the Army's training range out there. Yep.
Yeah. I found out recently my dad was a seaman.
one time, so were you.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I accomplished my goal. Fuck that.
Shit. Truth be told, Wayne, he says they have to have the red, green lights and position markers as per FAA. I've seen them fly completely blacked out, no lights. But in order to do that, they'll have an escort bird fly next to them in close proximity to them. So they are completely blacked out with no lights. Just thought I'd let you know. It's from what I know. Just some interesting things go on in some places that you would never think that the military's training.
I think that's a good thing about up here. See, the population in Maine is 1.3 million, and 2/3 of them are down in the southern third of the state.
Maine has got to be just gorgeous.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Except for the gun laws.
Actually, gun laws aren't that bad here. We've got constitutional carry.
Okay. It's just getting from Minnesota to Maine is where I would have the
New
problem.
York, New Jersey, New York, Pennsylvania, and Massachusetts would be the three bitches.
Right. And I know a lot of people like New York half-ass prepper. Those gun laws got to be a motherfucker.
Yeah. I've been very blessed to live where I live for that, but since I still kind of want to move just because I don't really have family and friends that I have some friends, but the family part, I don't know. It's just I don't want to live in the fucking desert in the heat. And the only other place in Arizona to live that's nice is up north. I can't do that because it's high altitude, and because I have pulmonary hypertension, I can't live in high altitude.
Well, I live in the blue state of Minnesota.
Yeah.
And it's probably just as cold in Minnesota as it is in Maine.
Yeah, it's snowed today for the first time this year.
Oh, I remember living in Wisconsin way too damn long.
My wife's sister lives about 90 miles north of here. She got some snow last week.
It sucks.
When it was snowing there, it was still raining here.
Yeah.
And it just rained here tonight.
My problem is I hate the snow, I hate the cold, I hate the wind, but I don't want to live in Texas or south of here too much because the summers are terrible. And I suppose you get used to it. I suppose you get used to it eventually,
You get used to it. You know when it's fucking cold, you just put on a couple layers.
Yeah.
You dress for it.
But in Texas in the summer when it's 100 degrees and 85% humidity.
Hey guys, you can continue on chatting, but I'm gonna bounce. I gotta go. The daughter wants to spend a little bit of time online, so I'm gonna go chat with her for a minute.
And I also am gonna be kicking it.
Okay, well, just end it then, I guess. But
Bikes and Bullets, Gerald, good talking to you guys. I'm glad that you are doing what you can do to be Americans.
I can't help it. I was born this way.
I was born an American. Yeah. I don't want to be a Mexican.
Think about it though. Maine, constitutional carry and recreational marijuana.
Yeah, that is crazy. Yeah. That is crazy.
I hear you. Well, it was good talking to you guys.
Yeah,
be
I
good.
Hope we can do it again
next week.
Humans, Americans later.
All right. See you guys later.
Okay, later.
Peace.
Peace.
Peace.